Hey everyone, it's Wesley from Impeccabrew MHA, and I'm joined with Shock from MyHeroMeta.com and also My Hero Meta on YouTube. How you doing, Shock?
Pretty good. Had a good time last time. Hoping these cards are just as fun.
Yeah, we're going through the commons and uncommons from Undaunted Raid for coming at it from a limited draft, some sealed perspective. So we're going to go through every single one line by line and go ahead and rate them so that we lay the foundations for what our drafts are going to look like in this set. Let's go over the grading scale real quick. So we use an A to F grading scale. A's are going to be your bombs. These are the cards that you want to play to like really punch through, or a foundation that gives you a lot of value, or a character that, you know, has really good card advantage, really good abilities, things like that. B's are going to be your breadwinner, like commons and uncommons. You're not going to see a lot of commons and uncommons in A, but you'll see some B's. These are going to be like your throws, or some like one shot card draw foundations, or some like good actions, things like that, some like good all-rounder actions. C's, these are going to be the foundations of your deck. You're not unhappy to play these, but they're not going to do anything too crazy. These are going to be just like sort of decently statted attacks, foundations that at least do something, or have good block mods, things like that. D's are going to be the cards that you're unhappy to play, but you're going to have some amount of them in your deck. These are going to be your weaker attacks and your foundations that you're sort of just playing because you need foundations in your deck. Maybe they have an okay off block, or like a 3 high or 3 low or something like that, but they don't actually really progress your character's game plan. And then finally you got your Fs. These are your cards that just aren't going to make the cut. These are going to be attacks that are too high of a cost for what they do, don't provide, maybe they have some really intense combo requirements, or they're just too easy to block, too low speed, something like that, or foundations that just have bad blocks and too high of a cost, things like that. Probably not a ton of those, but we'll definitely see a couple. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're starting off with Kirishima's kit first, and our first attack is Hardened Fist. Hardened Fist is a 3 mid for 5. It's got a 1 low block mod, 4 difficulty. It's got Combo Fury, and it's got Combo Enhance. Your rival destroys 1 face-up foundation. Your rival may build the top card of their deck committed. And Enhance, the next time you destroy a foundation during this attack, build the top card of your deck. That's actually pretty decent for a common.
Yeah, especially like, even if you don't have, because I'm thinking like, you're thinking in a seal format, you're not always going to have the character where this actually plays, but that 1 low block mod, 3 mid for 5 on a 4 diff, this is pretty good.
Yeah. Attacks generally tend to have better block mods than your foundations, but you do have to have the combo for this, or be playing Kirishima, because otherwise you're not destroying foundations. So I think if you can
to draft it early, you're gonna want you want to have the combo or have furies, but if it's late in the draft and you don't have a lot of lows, I can see you picking this up.
I don't know. I think if you late in the draft.
Yeah, late in the draft, not a lot of options. You realize that your low blocks are what you have like just 8 low blocks.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man, do I get Hardened Fist, or do I get another mid that actually like might have a little bit of text?
I think we're gonna be starting off with a build around just immediately. I think this is a build around C+. It's okay.
C+ for the build around?
Yeah, because it's like it's a 3 mid, dude. So, because
okay, yeah, it's true. Very blockable.
You throw this and you're like.
But if you're in a Fury deck, like you're getting the build top, you're getting the destroy.
Yeah, you're basically like it's like a weird stun.
A face up.
Yeah. There's not a ton of like high impact targets to destroy though usually.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
and you're going to be throwing this at the first thing you see because you're just trying to get your value. So, I, I
Yeah.
I don't think
No,
I'm going higher than C plus, even with the.
yeah, I think you convinced me. Yeah. I love because I always just add the speed and damage together. I'm like, oh, it's an 8. Yeah, but
Yeah,
that 3 mid is kind of
yeah.
slow. Yeah, I'll go right there with you. I think I'm gonna go a little bit lower actually. I'm gonna go C, but I think without the build around, I think it's still like a
This
B
is like a
plus C minus.
D minus. This is close to an F. I think if you don't have enough Furies to combo,
Because it's a 4 diff, solid.
or if you're not
Solid.
Kirishima. I think if you're Kirishima, this gets a little bit better because you don't have to worry
Mm,
about the combo. But I still think it never reaches more than the C plus. So,
okay.
all right, you got our
All
next
right.
card.
So yeah, next up we have Red Counter. We have a Fury Punch, 5 high for 5. This is a 5 diff with the 2 mid block modifier. Enhance. If this attack is not completely blocked, it does not clear from the card pool during the end phase. Great effect. And then we have response. And if this card is in your card pool, remove it. After your rival plays an attack, its damage cannot be modified. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
This is a deck that in the general format, I'm probably coming in from the side if ever, right? So
I think it's just
I
got
don't.
good stats. 5 high 5.
Yeah. So like thinking about it in this format, you're like, yeah, I'm trying to hit. I'm trying to land something for 5. I'm maybe never using this enhance unless my opponent has like a character or something that boosts damage. I don't really remember seeing one that consistently boosts damage. Correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong,
I
but
mean you can.
there were some that does speed.
Yeah, there were a couple like Tabe does. He gives +2 damage, right? And like,
Okay.
but and you better respond because otherwise he's eating it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you're just gonna use it every time, no matter what, just because like, you can do it on any attack and just there it is. You did it. Just in case they had something. The remove
Yeah.
cost isn't super high because you're probably not gonna, removing one attack isn't that big of a deal. It's okay. I still don't
Yeah.
think it gets much higher than like I mean 5 high is nice, but it's on a 5 diff. You don't want too many of those. I'd give it as just a literal average C.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm right there with you. Like I was thinking like, okay, if I remove 4 of it, then that's 4 attacks gone. But you're not gonna play 4 of it. You're probably not gonna get 4 of it in your draft.
Yeah, it's an uncommon. I mean,
So yeah.
it's
No.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. 5 high for 5. I'll go with a C.
All right. Next up, we got a foundation, Facing Danger. 2 difficulty and a 3 mid block. It's got enhance, destroy, change this attack's damage to 5, and response flip. After this card is committed due to a rival effect, unflip one other foundation, playable while committed. That's kind of nice.
It's weird.
I mean,
No, no, it's a good card. I'm saying it's just it's odd how this card gets committed and then you unflip another one.
yeah.
Like
It's like
it's
it's just a
interesting.
little bit of stun hate. It's like if you stun me, I'm gonna get a little bit of a benefit.
Right.
And then you always have the ability to destroy it to throw out a bomb. We haven't
Yeah.
seen like how big the attacks are in this format yet, so I could see this going up if there's a lot of like damage, like high damage attacks. Two
Yeah, you playing
difficulty.
against Midoriya or something.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it's definitely good there, but three
Yeah.
mid's kind of rough. That's a problem with you're gonna see a lot of those. You're gonna be
Yeah.
flooded with your 2 and 3 mids, your mid blocks. So I don't think you need to super go out of your way for this, but it does have playable. It has generally useful playable enhances and responses. So I
Yeah. This is like not the card. This is not one of the first 3 cards you're taking out of the pack, it feels like.
yeah,
But it's
for
not one
sure.
of the last 3 either.
Yeah. This feels like
Um
you're gonna on the wheel or something. You're hoping to wheel this on these symbols.
yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm gonna go. Man, it seems egregious to go less than a C, but I'm gonna go C minus.
yeah, if honestly, if this was an off zone block, I'd be a lot higher on it, but I'd give it a straight C. If
Yeah.
this was like a 3 high or 3 low, I'd be a little bit higher, but you're going to be glutted on those. You're going to be glutted on 2 difficulty foundations and also uh the mid blocks. So
Yeah, yeah. And also, it's a two diff. You only have so many of those that you want to grab.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So next up, we have Learning to Harden. Hilarious image, by the way. We got a 2 diff, 5 check, 2 mid block modifier. We have the foundation Enhance. Commit this card. This attack gets -2 speed or +2 damage. If your character is on the death symbol, you have a response. After this card is destroyed, draw 1 card. So that response is all built around, like, if you can destroy it, that's cool.
If you're Kirishima, this is only for Kirishima, really.
Yeah, I was thinking I don't think there's any other.
This is great if you're Kirishima, though.
Yeah, totally. But then if you're Kirishima, you're probably not doing that well. But I love the enhance though. I love the enhance. Commit -2 speeds, just basically -1 speed because you're committing. But hey, +2 damage, you know. It's
That's
in
not
there.
bad.
The block mod's not terrible, you know.
I think this is actually pretty solid for a 2 diff. This is what I want out of my 2 diffs. I don't want a crazy 3 block mod. I want a generally useful ability, and a little bit of situational power is always nice to have. So I think if you're Kirishima, this is like a card that you're hoping to scoop up all of them because other people won't pick them as highly. So if you're Kirishima, I think you should be taking these pretty high. And I'd probably be taking them at like a B minus level. And then otherwise, this is like a C plus because it's still like generally useful. Like -2 speed, +2 damage. You're always going to find something to do with that.
I'm gonna go C plus no matter what. I don't think it's much more than that. Even if you are Kirishima and you get to draw 1, like the draw 1's cool, but we're not drawing into a great like a sculpted out engine. You know what I mean? It's just like
I just like being able to cycle my foundations so I don't end up with a hand of, especially in a 7-hander where you got like 5 foundations and you don't want to play anymore because you're going to deadlock. So I think if you're Kirishima, you want to pick these up before other people do.
Oh yeah, agreed. Yeah.
All right, next up we got Red Riot's the coolest. He sure is. This is a 1 difficulty, 3 low block mod, and it's got Enhanced Flip. This attack gets +2 damage, playable while committed, and Deadlock Enhance. Your attack with Hardened or Red in its name gets +1 speed and +1 damage. That part will almost never happen. What the hell?
Hey, it's draft, it's sealed. I mean,
Deadlock.
You build out. Your opponent kind of is forced to build out unless they have some deadlocks that matter, which a lot of times in sealed they just don't.
So they build into Deadlock.
I haven't played as much draft.
They build into Deadlock, and you get 2 attacks. There's only 2 attacks: the Hardened Fist and Red Counter. That's an uncommon and a common. Get that bonus.
We have average 6. We have 6 of those in our deck, maybe.
Yeah, I do like that. Hopefully. It's a 1. I do like it that it's a 1 difficulty and an off zone block.
Yeah, I love playable while committed. +2 damage.
Oh
is
yeah,
not like,
I didn't even notice that.
The craziest. Yeah, +2 damage is not the craziest thing to write home about, but when something's playable while committed, it just
at the end of the strain
it feels good. Yeah, it just feels good. So
yeah, I'm still not giving this too high. This is like a C minus, maybe a dead C.
Yeah, I think it's a dead C. I think it's good when it works. I'm not sure what throws are on the same symbol.
There's one that I know of, and we're getting to it pretty quick. So
okay, but yeah. That's really all you gotta say about this card.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Bad Guy Roundup. We've got the 4 diff attack from Fat Gum, 2 high block modifier, 3 low speed for 4 damage. It has Fury, it has Slam, it has Powerful. 2 response after you play this card, your rival discards a momentum. Always nice.
Mm-hmm.
If you have more ready foundations than your rival, draw 1 card. Seemingly, if you're gonna start the turn with this, you're probably gonna have more ready foundations than your rival.
Yeah. Things are not going great otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, facts. They have built way too many in that case. Yeah, it seems like a really cool thing. It gives you some use for your momentum.
Oh yeah.
Discard your opponents. It's just solid. It's nothing too crazy. It's 3 low for 4, but it's a low attack. It's just really solid all the way around.
This is really, I think this is a great attack. It's 4 difficulty, an off zone, good block. It's got powerful 2. Like any sort of momentum sink is very important because you just sort of end up with like 4 or 5 momentum towards the end of a lot of games. Just because you don't have as many dedicated momentum outlets in draft. It gets rid of their momentum randomly. It draws you a card like more often than not. It's got an off zone attack. Like this is a great poke, a great like even a not a great finisher, but it's a finisher.
Like every little thing is great. Every little thing adds to it.
Oh
like,
yeah.
There's no negatives anymore.
Yeah. This is great. This is like a B plus.
Yeah. I was gonna say B, and then you said all that stuff. Yeah, it's got so many. And I look at the 2 high block mod. I'm like, I love that.
Yeah.
2. If this is a 3 low for 6 coming at my opponent, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. I'm gonna stay. There's no reason to stay on the B. I'm gonna say B plus. I think.
Yeah, you get to throw this at the end of the string. Like it's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
All right, next up, this is the throw. One of our 2 common throws. Fat Grapple.
What is happening?
5 difficulty, 3 high block. It's a 2 mid for 1. So hopefully we're doing something here. Throw, like I said, and then enhance. This attack gets +1 damage for each ready foundation in your stage, maximum 7. And deadlock enhance. Your next attack gets +5 speed. So I think that this card is actually really good. If you can make this a 2 mid for 8 throw, or honestly you only need like 6 to be honest, because they're probably gonna block it and just take the 4 then anyway. So you're kind of capping out at like 6 foundations. This is solid.
Yeah,
those are very good.
Like it's pretty easy to see this just coming in turn 2 for. What if you check a 5? This thing is coming in for 6. That's a throw, like early in the game. Like that's pretty crazy. Worst case scenario, it's a 2 mid for like probably like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also has random deadlock.
Yeah, that is a very random deadlock.
I mean, you need that though.
+5 speed is great.
Yeah,
it's amazing, especially in this format. Yeah.
So this is gonna be. I think this card is gonna play like a BB plus, but I think that throws are so important in a lot of decks that I think you're gonna want to pick this at like an A- level. And there's because there's really not that many throws in this format, and I think this is the better one for sure. This is a good throw.
It's also a good throw because the damage gets so high that your opponent still has to block it.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's just like, if there's a throw for 4 or 5, you just let it go. But if it's the throw for 7, you're like, oh, okay, well, hold on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I think this is just in this format. I'd say this is like an A-.
Yeah. I think so too. I'm happy with that.
What did you just read that one?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So next up, we have No, that's what we just read. Big Appetite. There we go. We have the 2 diff foundation from Fat Gum, 2 low block mod. We have enhance. Flip this card face down. Draw 1 card. Discard 1 card unless your character's hand size is less than your rivals. Then we have Fat Gum enhance. Remove the top card of your deck if the removed card was a foundation. This attack gets +1 speed.
Ooh.
Ooh. So this is all build around. Like you cannot draft this card if you have not already picked up a 5-hander.
I mean, you're too low. It's an off zone block. You'll play it if you're on the symbols. You're not like super happy with it. I mean,
for too low. I mean, it's a draw 1, discard 1 if you have a 6-hander.
It's not that bad.
It's not horrible, like but who do you know that runs calling for backup and actually uses the other effect like intentionally? Like that's not.
Yeah.
It's not optimal, I would say.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you know, we're neither one of us are saying like, oh, okay, if it did say draw one card, this would be like a B plus or anything. It's just like, you know, it's cool. Um,
Yeah, it's okay.
not. Are you a big fan of removing a foundation for +1 speed?
On your kill turns, for sure.
Yeah, your kill turns, yeah, but like consistently, like
No.
throughout the game.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
There might be some, like, if you're the aggro, if you're like, I need to get this guy dead, and you really want to make sure that your attacks hit, then yeah, I'll do it. But if you think that you're gonna end the game before it's relevant, then for sure it's worth it.
So you kind of have to not use the top enhance in order to use that one, though. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's how flipping works.
Yeah. Yes. That is true. Unless you run whatever that other foundation was, facing danger.
Yeah.
Unflip. Yeah. But those are not on the same side.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think this card does a little bit of stuff that if you're not Fat Gum, it's like a C. Just with the off zone block and a little bit of card selection. If you're not built around it at all, maybe a C minus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go D plus. I don't really see it. I don't really like it.
Okay. I can see that. All
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Surprise Interception. This is a 1 difficulty, 1 mid block, response, commit 1 foundation. After you block with this card, the blocked attack cannot be added to your rival's momentum this turn. This is pretty solid. I like what this card is doing.
Okay, I thought it said completely blocked for a second. Okay,
no. It just has to be blocked at all.
Yeah.
Because if you completely block it, it's not going anyway, unless it's a throw.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, I really like this. The one mid on a foundation is really nice. 1 diff, you just build it on your opening turns, and then every other turn you just hold this up as a block. I think this is pretty solid. I think this is like a.
Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of feels bad to build it, but
you really got to take 1 difficulties pretty highly, because there are not that many of them, and you really don't want to end up with a lot of 2s.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you know, now I have a 1 diff, but like the whole point of the text is to not build it. But I love the 1 mid block mod.
Yeah, but you only build it on your first turn. Ideally,
Right.
like maybe you build it if you have no other foundations and you're just trying to build out. But I think this is a high pick.
What's your hand size? You know, you might be in a situation where you need to catch up.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a good effect. It's a good effect, especially against the, you know, Amajiki, and he's gonna try to store a bunch of momentum or somebody like that.
Yeah.
Or not even against the character Amajiki, but just anyone who has any of his attacks.
Yeah, which could be literally, you know, like third of the table. So
yeah,
I think this is actually really solid. I think this is like a B, straight B.
I think for the format, I agree. For like, you know, for set 5, oh my god, I'm about to call it sealed again. For set 5 draft, yeah, I would go with a B. Yeah, just because of the things that it's stopping.
Yeah, I mean, you just have to take 1 diffs highly. I think that's my philosophy. But all right,
oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. All right, the strength of a pro hero. We got the 2 diff, 3 high block mod foundation, enhance flip. If you have 3 or fewer foundations ready, this attack gets -3 speed. Enhance remove. If you have 10 or less health, gain 2 health. Playable while committed. I don't know if I said remove, but yeah, remove.
Yeah.
I love that. 3 or fewer ready foundations. That's gonna happen as soon as you block once or twice. And plus that's a true -3 speed because it's a flip, not a commit. Yeah, I like that a lot. You know, the 2 health. Would you say it's not really character specific?
It's nice because you can just cycle it late in the game if you're trying to build more impactful foundations. You know, in a long drawn out game, and you're not trying to build into deadlock. So I mean, it's okay. 3 high. At least it's not a mid.
Right.
It's okay. 2 difficulty, 3 high is kind of rough, but it is decent. Like speed hate. Sometimes. So I mean, I think it's okay. I'd give it. I love
cards in a sealed type of format. I love cards that extend your stage, and I think that's what this does. It just gives you 3 more foundations, blank foundations, that when you need to block something.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna give it a solid C. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
where I am
that's
too.
coming. Yeah.
It's okay. You'll like this is like cards you're gonna take on the wheel, like you know, late in the pack. Maybe not on the wheel. I forget that there's only 10 cards in these packs, so you're only
Mm.
getting 2 cards on the wheel. But late
Right.
in the pack, I think you'll be taking these and just being like, okay, this is in my deck now.
Yeah, you won't feel bad about that. You're like, all right, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Next up we got Plummeting Punch. This is a sweet. Okay. Oh, I love this. I love this attack. All right. 4 difficulty, one low block. That's great. 3 high for 4. Enhance, flip 1 foundation. This attack gets +2 speed. Change the zone to low. And then
Mm.
deadlock enhance, lose 1 health, flip 1 rival foundation, commit 1 rival foundation, destroy 1
Mm.
rival foundation.
Mm.
Uh, oh, it just keeps going.
Yeah, I was good with the flip one.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
I love the flavor of this card. Just like high, low, plummeted.
Mm.
Love it.
Yeah, it's another one of those cards where like there's no bad text anywhere. The numbers are great, the text is great, and it just keeps going. Like everything just keeps going.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's got got a good block. It's a Fury on good, so Kirishima can play it. Kirishima's he's on good, right? Oh, he's not. It's got Void though, so he can
no.
still play it. He's Void.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anybody on these symbols, like as soon as you show your opponent one of these, now it's like, oh, okay, well, before you show your opponent one of them, now your opponent's saying, okay, well, I can't go into deadlock because if he plays Plummeting Punch, that's going to be
It's pretty
ridiculous.
funny.
So
Yeah. That is
yeah.
pretty good. It's all targeted too. That's insane. This is great deadlock 8.
Yeah.
On a like just a decent attack. It's okay. It doesn't hit very hard. Is kind of my issue with it. And it doesn't have any way to. But I mean, if you're Midoriya,
Right.
you get to make it hit hard. So
Oh yeah, true.
I think this is
and
way.
that's also not what it's trying to do. It's trying to control the board and control
Yeah.
the stage.
I think if you're Midoriya, this does get way better though. If you can put damage on this, it's
Yeah.
really good. Then it's a 5 low. 5 low is
Yeah.
really good. If you can put damage on this, this is like a B. But otherwise, this is
5 low 8, 5 low 12.
It's like a B minus, maybe a C plus, but I could go B minus.
Yeah. I love the 1 low block mod. I love the 4 diff. Yeah. I'm gonna go solid B. Even without the deadlock, like I think this thing still puts in work.
I can see that. My big note here for everyone is definitely look out for ways to put damage on this, because that you will not be sad to put damage on this.
And if you're Midoriya, look out for ways to put speed on it.
All right, you're up.
Who's next? Oh, okay. Rewind Smash. We got the 4 diff, 4 mid for 4. This is a Wendy's commercial. We got 2 mid block mod. We have Fury Punch enhance. If this attack was blocked, add the top card of your discard pile to your hand. Nice. Enhance if you have discarded a card during the enhance step. This attack gets stun 1. If an attack was discarded, the next attack you get to play gets +2 speed. Okay. This attack was okay. That's a lot.
That's a lot
to take in.
Yeah, I think if you kind of really want to be Midoriya because he's the only character that can discard, right? On the face.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As I search the discard keyword,
You do have what was it? The Big Appetite, flip, draw a card, discard a card. Shares the good symbol. So if you're playing on good, this is a really good combo with Big Appetite, that foundation we just talked about.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah, lets you activate that. I might retroactively. This is an uncommon. If you get 2 of these, Big Appetite goes way up in value. So yeah, if you take like this is actually pretty good. If you're not Midoriya,
I mean, if this is blocked, add the top card of your discard pile to your hand. That's pretty nice. Either way.
yeah, that is. Oh yeah, I mean, that is nice. I would just be on the lookout for discard, because if you can discard a card for value, this gets stun 1 and +2 speed on your next attack. Like that's a lot. That's really good. So I would just be on the lookout for ways to discard. You don't have to discard a lot. You just have
Right.
to be able to discard. That's pretty solid.
Yeah. I mean, even if you like discard it, if there was something that just said discard a card, if it was an attack, you're getting the attack right back anyway. So that's pretty strong.
Yeah, they do get to see the card that you're going to draw, so they do get to make the decision before they block it. If it's another attack,
Right.
then you just checked poorly, but they're gonna see that you're drawing an attack off of it, so they might just take it. Or you checked poorly and they're gonna give it to you, and it's not gonna matter because you don't have the foundations to keep going.
Right.
I think that this is kind of like a build around, like if you're Midoriya or if you are on the good symbol. Maybe
Yes.
we haven't really gotten there to the rest of the cards, so if there's some other discard enablers on these symbols, then this goes up in value for sure. But I would start it at like a C plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it kind of spans the B spectrum for me. Like if it's just thrown into a random deck, I'd say this is a weak B minus, maybe even a C plus. But if it's in Midoriya and it's got the other stuff around it, like yeah, this is a B plus card for me.
Yeah, this is a decent card to like. This is going to give your deck a little bit of direction while you're drafting. These are the things that you need to look out for. This is what makes draft so skill intensive, is that you're going to take this card because it's just the best card in the pack or whatever. And then you're going to be like, all these cards that allow me to discard for value just went up in value. They're going that one step higher, and you need to keep that in your head while you're drafting. So just something to think about.
Yeah.
All right. Now we've got Body Rejuvenation. 2 difficulty, 3 high block. Response remove. After this card enters your discard pile during the enhanced step, gain 2 health. And enhance, discard 1 card. This attack gets -2 speed. Well, this is not the value I was looking for on my own rewind smash. But
it had to say this attack. It couldn't say your rival's attack. It had to say this.
But it is an option if you really want to stun them. I mean, how often is this entering your discard pile during the enhanced step? If you're Kirishima, pretty often, huh?
Yeah.
This is kind of bad.
I don't think that's a redeeming quality. Yeah. I'm like trying to find a redeeming quality here. Like,
I mean, that enhance is powerful when you have to use it, but you really don't want to have to use it.
Yeah, I never want to have to discard a block to get -2 speed and then block with another card.
Yeah.
Unless maybe if it had Spooky or something and he was at 2 I don't even know like what situation it would work.
I mean, it does go up in value for specifically Midoriya, just because he draws 3 cards. So if you had 2 cards and drew 3, you've got 5 cards. You discard your 2 worst blocks, and now you've given -4 speed while holding 3 up for blocks. That's not bad. That's pretty good.
That's true, because that saves a lot of your ready foundations.
Yeah, but I think Midoriya would rather just block with the foundations he drew and sculpt a nice attack turn for the next turn.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, block with attacks and sculpt a nice build turn for the next turn. So I think he would rather do that, but this does give you good late game options for defense on Midoriya specifically. Outside of that, I would give this like a D minus.
Oh, I was gonna say with that it was a D. Without taking into account the early game stuff, this is like a D minus.
I think in Midoriya specifically, 3 extra cards is a lot. You're not gonna have any. You're gonna be like, why can't I hold all these cards?
Right, but we're grading the enhanced.
Yeah.
But then you look at the 3 high block mods, a 2 diff.
Yeah.
This is like.
Yeah.
It's like other things vying for this spot. I just
yeah.
But yeah, like you said, like late in the game, the enhance will come through and it'll mean something. But
that being said, if you are Midoriya, you don't have to pick these highly because you're gonna be the only one that really wants them. So
yes,
I would still
be the last card in the set.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm going D minus on this. This is not unplayable, but it's close.
I'm jonesing to give an F, so I'm gonna throw that out there. F.
All right, that's fair.
On the other end of the spectrum, we have Keeping Ares Safe. 0 diff, 2 mid block. We have response once per turn after this card is committed due to your rival's effect. Ready it, playable while committed. Is
Great.
there any reason this is not an A?
Um,
We have the zero. We haven't read a zero yet.
yeah,
This is stun hate.
yeah, this is
It's
great.
not the best stun hate we've ever read. Like,
No, it's not. You're right. It is not literally. It can't be fixed.
right.
But
but
it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's also reusable, so in some ways it's better than it can't be fixed.
Yeah. I think the only thing to note about this card is that it's not going to feel like an A, but you have to pick these cards at the A level because there's just so few of them. You have to eat your vegetables, pick this zero, diff foundation, because otherwise you're not going to be able to guarantee 4 foundations on turn 1, or sometimes even like 3 foundations on turn 1. You're going to have you're going to be glutted on 2s. You have to pick these cards highly. There's not that many of them, and when you see them, you have to take them. It's just, I think, so it's not going to play like an A. It's not going to hit the board and you're going to be like, oh, what a game winner, but it's going to be there consistently and help you do the rest of the things that you need to do throughout the game. So yeah, I'm with you on an A. It's just a little weird.
There are only 3 zero diffs in the entire set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is a good one. So that the numbers are more important than the text in this case.
Yep.
Exactly. And the text is good. So
absolutely. All right. Next up, we've got Practical Studies. This is a 1 difficulty, 3 high block. Enhance: if your rival has not lost health this turn, your attack gets +1 speed. And then Deadlock Enhance: your turn, commit, seal 1 rival asset or foundation, your attack gets +3 speed. This is pretty solid. 1 difficulty, off zone block, and just a generally useful enhance that you will pretty much always get value out of on your turn anyway. I would give this
introductions type thing, right?
Yeah. It's just gonna give you like a little bit of value, and it's a one difficulty. Again, this isn't as strong as a 0, but you really want these. You really, really want these because you don't want to see 4 2s in your opening hand. So I would give this like a B minus, B.
Yeah, it's almost like another punishment for blocking. Like, oh, you blocked? Okay, now my stuff is still faster. So any incentive I can give my opponent to kill themselves is great. I love saying, hey, just kill yourself a little bit.
Oh, man.
It'll be okay.
Imagine having 2 of these and poking. Oh, that's so good.
Oh, yeah.
+2 speed.
Oh, yeah.
Please don't block.
Yeah, and it's a 1 diff. I love it at a B.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid B.
If you get these in multiple, it's a common. If you get these in multiples, it's so good.
I just read the Deadlock because I was thinking of the top enhance when you said the Deadlock enhance earlier. Seal 1 rival asset or foundation, and your attack is +3 speed. That is so strong.
It's there. Yeah. It won't happen very often, but
no, not at all. Not at all.
But you need some amount of these just to gate them.
Your opponent's rival foundation won't be the greatest defensive foundation in the world either.
Yeah.
But
and you have to commit for 3 speed. But
it's something that I would not go into Deadlock for, though.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is just a solid B.
Yeah. Next up, we have the 4 diff attack Flurry of Punches. My guy Kendo Rappa. Flurry of Punches, 2 high block mod. All right, Wendy's. 4 mid for 4. You got the charge and the punch. EX2. If you have a static effect, if you have 10 or less, there we go, health. This attack gets +2 damage. We have enhanced. Your next attack gets +2 difficulty, +3 speed, and +3 damage. Are you down? Are you down? I feel like that's a question you have to ask when you play a card like this. +2 diff with the progressive difficulty of Flurry of Punches. So if it's a 4 diff, you're playing it on a 7, but you're getting +3 speed and +3 damage. Now, if you check an attack, you are
yeah. I want to say that this is like a good punish for when your opponent overcommits and can't defend themselves, but like then you're overcommitting and you won't be able to defend yourself. So This is great on a Rappa specific kill turn because you don't care. You'll just blow up your foundations, I guess. But it still
Right.
doesn't feel great, I think.
Yeah, this is for the player that doesn't have any they don't have the mirror where they look at themselves and like actually think about what they're doing. When you just like, hey, I'm going. Heart of the cards. You know those players. They say heart of the cards a lot.
Yeah.
This is for that guy. Um,
Ugh.
I don't think that this is a card you should be playing very often. I don't
No.
think this is a card that breeds consistency. It's the 2 difficulty is more of a price than the +3 speed and +3 damage.
Yeah, this is like. So it is notable that the second common throw is a 3 diff, so you're playing that on a 6 potentially, and I think it does share some symbols here, and I still don't like it. Can you imagine playing a 4 diff after this and then checking a 3, and having to commit
exactly.
4 foundations for a okay attack?
Yeah,
And then
I mean,
yeah.
Imagine you check an attack. This is turn 2. You check an attack on flurry of punches, and now it's like, okay, I have maybe 3 foundations ready.
Yeah.
I'd have to commit my board and my character just to play the second attack if I use the enhance. There's some hairy situations.
Yeah.
So
And there's no way they're not blocking this if you didn't dump a bunch of momentum into it.
yeah, it's a 3 mid for 4. It's not. I mean, sorry, it's a 4 mid for 4. It's nothing really crazy.
Yeah. I'm off it.
But it's fun. I'm gonna give it a fun grade. Okay, for a fun grade, this is like a B+.
No.
For fun, just how fun it is, not how good it is.
Yeah.
But this is like
This
like
is an F.
D.
This is a straight F. 4 mid for 4. They're blocking this, and then you're committing yourself out for what?
Yeah, I tend to not go like if it was a 5 diff, I go F. But it's a 4. It's got the 2 high block. 4 mid for 4. These numbers aren't terrible.
4 mid, that's
average.
terrible.
4 mid, that's okay. I mean, if it was a 5 diff, you want to see 5 speed.
Yeah.
But for 4 diffs, you usually see around 4.
All right. What'd you give it?
I'm gonna go down to I'll stay with a D. Yeah, it's D.
D. All right. I'm a hard F.
Later in the game, it's a little bit better.
Yeah. All right. Now we've got Knuckle Sandwich, a 4 difficulty, 2 low block, 2 low block, and a 2 low for 5 damage. Punch, combo enhance. This attack gets +2 speed. If your rival has taken damage this turn, this attack gets +2 damage. And then enhance. If your rival tries to block this attack with a non-attack card, their check to block gets -2. Oh, if this was a common, this would be sweet. Combos with itself. I mean, I think it's still pretty good. This is what I want to spend my 4 difficulty on.
Man,
That's a lot of stats. Look at what that throws out there.
yeah. So we got the 4 low for 5. Attack is +2 damage. And
Yeah.
just throw punch. Yeah, and this could be. Man, you get a few of these. Oh, it's uncommon. So,
Yeah, it's uncommon. So but I still think that means you can probably. I mean, you'll be fighting for them probably. So you may still only see 1 or 2. But I think you if you're the only one looking for these, you're gonna see like 3 of them probably. I make that claim not having done any of the math, but
no, but that makes sense. Like, because you're on a punch strategy at this point. Like a lot of people aren't gonna be on that same strategy.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna be able to you're gonna be able to take this a little bit later in the pack. I like this card. It's so crazy because it just has that built-in own law of nature.
I like that it forces them to use their attacks to block. Otherwise, it's a 6 low. Like, this is just great. I honestly really love this card. I think this is a B. This is like the attacks that I want to fill my deck with.
Yeah, and their foundations are going to have the higher block mods as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think the combo will be hard to get going.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like it spans the B spectrum again. It's a B minus, but then if you have the punch, if you have all these punches together, yeah, this is like a B plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Very nice.
All right. Was this me or
this is you?
Okay. Knuckle Sandwich takes
Nope.
me back to
That's the one
Doug.
we just read.
Oh wait, what? Oh wait, why do I keep doing that? I keep scrolling and then hitting the next one, and it's the last one. All right. Anyway, two diff. Looking for a challenge. Looking for the right card. We have the 3 high block mod. Uh, okay. First of all, this card looks fucking incredible. I just gotta
Oh,
throw that out there.
it's amazing.
Jesus, I'd love to see the XR.
Very
Holy crap.
nice.
Response: after this card is committed due to your rival's effect, your next check gets +3. Playable while committed. Enhance commit flip. Your next check to play or block with an attack gets +2. So wait a minute, we're not. So the +2 from Flurry of Punches is actually not a +2 at all.
Yeah, it's a +1 because you still had to commit.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
It's still bad. I mean, yeah, I don't think this helps that. I think the stun hate is okay. That's really situational, but it does mean that if they stun you, your first block is easier.
And
That
it's
is
a
kind of nice.
reusable stun hate as well.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So again, I love cards that extend your stage because I think, especially in the steel format, like you're gonna counting foundations is so clutch.
Yeah, I think the times where you use the commit flip are just gonna be you're not gonna try and use it, but you'll have to sometimes, and you'll be like, okay,
it's when death is on the board. It feels like
or if you're going for the kill,
right? Death on the board. Yeah, either way.
Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's solid. I think this is like a C+. It's still a 2 difficulty, 3 high.
Yeah, it's a 2 diff is the problem. Like, I wish they took the enhance off. You could give me a 4 on the block modifier, but make it a 0 diff.
Oh god,
I'm all the way in.
Oh no, yeah, I don't want to see this at 0. But
they keep building cards well. I don't like it. Yeah, no. Oh my god, I keep getting sucked in by the picture. I want to say B-. I'm gonna say C+.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Lust for Battle. Oh man, another really great looking card. He got some work. 1 difficulty, 3 mid block. Response remove. After this card enters your discard pile during the combat phase, your rival's next check gets -1. Failing that check does not end the combat phase. Yeah. This is really good in Rappa. And then it doesn't share any symbols with Kirishima, I believe. So that's kind of sad, but I don't know about I don't know if there's any other ways to really get it. Enters this
does it share? It doesn't share anything with.
Oh, you can mill it too. Doesn't say from the battlefield or from the stage.
If this card enters your discard pile, yeah. It's not with Midoriya.
There's a couple of like
say it's with Kirishima? No, it's not Void.
No, yeah. There's a couple of just like the self mill guy, the crystal guy, and then like Nidai shares Order, so he can play that. Oh, but he removes.
Dang it,
so he can screw himself.
Order.
This protects you from Nidai.
Yeah,
I like this. It's okay if you can.
Next check it's -1. It's kind of like
Yeah. I mean, if you're Rappa, you're gonna take every single one of these that you see. I think just because it's a 1 diff that you get solid value out of, and if you're not Rappa, and nobody else is taking them, you're just gonna take them towards the end of packs because it's a 1 difficulty foundation. So like
and it's C. Like it's that free response. Like after you just check it.
Yeah.
Wait, during the combat phase, after you just check it, then I just threw it away. I just got +1 speed. So
I
think cool.
Yeah, I think this is like a C, maybe a C-, but if you're Rappa specifically, this is like a B-.
Yeah, I was gonna go C-. I wouldn't go up to the B level for Rappa, but yeah, I'll say in general it's a C-. Yeah.
Okay.
As I come back to where I was. Okay, we have the next card is Seasoned Brawler, the 1 diff, 2 high block mod. Just one effect, we got a response. Flip after your rival blocks with an attack, draw 1 card, playable while committed.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
I love this card more than the other one.
After your rival blocks with an... Yeah, so they have to block, so you're only ever getting this on your turn, which is when you want it anyway.
Right.
But they do get to control it. So, but it's got a great mod and a great difficulty, and a great effect. This is like a
Right.
this is like a B plus.
You just gotta make sure you remember it, and it's kind of nice. Yeah, I love the too high block mod. Yeah, not much to say about it. Yeah,
This is just good numbers.
Solid. Yeah, solid B to B plus. Yeah, somewhere in
Yeah.
there.
This is just another one of those like statistics things where like it doesn't do anything super flashy, but it's gonna make your deck better.
So. Yeah, you want those solid one diffs.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, now we're moving on to Nejure's package. We've got a single spiral, 4 difficulty, 2 mid block. It's a 3 high for 5, and it has enhanced, lose 1 health if this attack is blocked. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards.
Okay.
That's
Her,
double jab
her
pummel.
Yeah, her 7-hander self is trying to dig. Trying to get those.
They reprinted double jab pummel.
It is 3 mid for 5, 3 high for 5 too. Like double jab almost mid, but still. Yeah, that's not the +2, but that's okay.
Yeah. How does she gain her life back? When she plays foundations. So.
Plays her blocks with the foundation. Yeah.
I really like this. This is also on life, notably for the other guy, the life force guy. I can't remember his name, but the one who wants to gain a bunch of life. So the guy who loses a life to gain 2 life.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who was that?
So he's looking for more ways to lose a little bit of life in the early game, because you're going to be gaining more than you're going to be gaining back up to maximum at the start of the game. So he's down to just like do this and then get some card selection, because they're going to block, because otherwise he's gaining 2 life back. So this is pretty solid and
he has access to less cards, so he really likes to be able to see more as well.
Are you playing this not on a life gain character? Like, are you paying 1 life?
That's what I was about to go to. I do not think I'm picking this up if I'm not on either Hado or Nejire or Rikia Katsukame. Yeah, one of those two. I'm with it.
I think I am.
Midoriya, I don't think I'm picking this up.
Off zone, and if they block you, draw 2, discard 2 is really good.
It is.
Draw 2, discard 2 is sweet.
I just want to have like enough cards.
That's a lot of consistency. Yeah. This is gonna lead. So if you poke with this, and they block it, you're like way more likely to do what you want to do, which is going to be either build out or continue attacking.
So wait, hold on. Here's a real question, because there's 3 levels to picking up cards: at the beginning of the pack, middle of the pack, end of the pack. Obviously, at the end of the pack, you're picking this thing up no matter what. We both agree to that. In the middle of the pack, when there's still like 1 or 2 mid-range options, you're picking this up before those.
Yeah, I'm taking this. I think I'm taking this kind of highly. Like, I think this is just it does a lot.
Okay.
I'm not taking it over like 0 diffs or even some of the better 1 difficulty foundations, but another thing to notice when you're making these picks is you have to, because the draft is sort of like evolving as it goes, you have to make sure that you're keeping the right mixture of foundations and attacks. So if you need foundations, and you do need more foundations than anything, so I'm not taking this above the better foundations, but I think this is going to be towards the top of the pile in terms of attacks on these symbols, which kind of leads me to believe like it's kind of hard to like grade.
Yeah, it does keep you going. It's a glue card. It sculpts very well.
But it's a glue card with 5 damage just smacked on it with an off zone. So I think this is like a B plus, honestly. No, sorry, not B plus. Sorry, B. B
yeah, I'm gonna go C plus. I think it's good, but I just want to in a 7-hander or in a deck that sees a lot of cards. Like, well, I guess Midoriya does see a lot of cards. I should probably think about that. So in like one of those 2, I think this feels better than it does elsewhere. Yeah. Well, I guess that's the only place you can play it though. Yeah, those are like the only characters you can play it besides Rikia.
Yeah.
Okay, I go B minus. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you really want your off zone attacks too. Those are important. So
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, and the numbers are great all the way around.
no,
Or solid all the way around.
you're
All
up.
right, so we have Spiral Wave Surge. We got the one low block mod, 4 mid for 4, Charge and Fury, Enhance, lose 1 health. This attack gets +2 damage. Enhance, if this attack is blocked, your next check to play a card gets +1 for each attack in your rival. Oh, sorry, for each attack your rival has blocked this turn. I don't know how many attacks are getting blocked before you play this card.
Well, it would include the one that include this one. So if they blocked your first attack, and then you play this and they block this, then your next check gets +2.
This attack is blocked. Oh, if the attack is blocked, never mind. Yeah, okay.
This is
okay. That could be like, even if that's like 2, that's actually really good. Yeah.
I don't like. It's easy to block, so you're gonna get that. But I don't want. I don't want easy to block attacks. I don't want like you're leaving a lot of the power in this is in the control of your opponent. So if it's better for them to just if they're scared of whatever's coming next, they can just take this. And if they're not scared and they think they can keep going, they'll just block this.
See, this is a card that like if you already have the attacks you want to play in your hand, you'd rather have Spiral Wave Surge than single Spiral. But if you don't, if you need to sculpt, then obviously you want the other. I mean, 4 mid for 6 coming at your opponent, and then like it helps you string.
I don't like mids. I don't like mid attacks. So easy to block. I don't want my opponents to block. I want them to half block. That's what I really want.
They're not. I mean, they're not keeping a bunch of mids in their hand unless
they have that one
great.
mid, that one difficulty, one mid block, and they're like, "Ha, gotcha." Like, go ahead, play another attack. I didn't pay anything to block this one.
Right, but you're also just like making it easier to make the next attack go through after they've blocked.
Yeah.
Plus one speed to the next.
This is
I don't know.
Subpar to me. I think this is like a C-.
It's build around. I'd say it's a C-, but build around. Like if you have like a lot of attacks in your deck, then I think this could be a C+.
Can Rappa play this?
Can he?
No, he
Life,
cannot.
Chaos, Air, Rappa. I don't think so.
No, he cannot. All right. Yeah, I'm sticking with C-. This card's kind of maybe even D+. This card's kind of dookie, I think.
Oh, that's just mean. 4 mid for 6.
All right. Next up, we've got Nejire-chan of the Big Three. It is a 1 difficulty, 2 high block. Enhanced, destroy 1 foundation. This attack gets +1 damage. If it's blocked, gain 1 health. This is great. This is solid. This is great stats. And this is like self-sacrifice that gives damage and gains you health. This is at the same time though. For one, it's like both halves of self-sacrifice at the same time.
Yeah, it's self-sacrifice, but how good is self-sacrifice in draft? Is my question.
You want to cycle you want to be able to cycle some number of your foundations, and getting a damage. If you're throwing this on a throw, it's great. If you're throwing this on just like a, you're just this is great on your kill turn. This is great. If you're planning to block, you can do this and gain some life. Like, so this is good against throws. It's good with throws. It's good on your kill turns. It's good as a block. It's good on your first turn. There's like no stage of the game where this card is dead in any zone. It's great. I love it.
I think turn 3 on, I think it's good. I think the numbers are great. What do I hate about this card? I hate something. I just don't know what it is.
Her face? I don't know.
I think it's that it doesn't say negative -1 damage.
Yeah. I think this, I love this card. This is like a A-. These are the one checks or the 1 difficulties that like I'm really on the lookout for. These are like maybe not A-, B, probably closer to B+, I guess, because I'm not taking this at the same rate that I'm taking like some of the bombier cards, but But
Mm.
this is solid glue.
Yeah, if you have a deck that can actually get enough foundations to where like maybe you're getting to 7 or 8 pretty quickly, then this is good. I don't not too
Dude,
high on it.
you need 25-ish foundations in a draft deck, and you do not want all of them to be all these clunky twos.
Oh no, the one is like pushing it up to a B minus for me. But if
B
it
minus,
wasn't a
okay.
one, it
Yeah.
would be going so low. And I love the 2 high block
Yeah.
too.
I think you're just
Yeah, I'm
taking
gonna
this at a
say-
B plus level, so.
Yeah, I'm B minus on it.
All right. All right.
Next up, we got the Ryukyu. Yeah, Ryukyu Agency Trainees. We have an ally. Okay, 2 diff, 2 low block, 5 check. Response: commit this card after your attack is blocked. Build the next foundation you play this turn. Deadlock response: commit after your attack is blocked. Your rival commits 2 foundations. Okay, it's a response. I was thinking it was an enhance and you had to predict. No, this is actually better.
Ooh, I like this.
It's interesting. Yeah, I love the fact that it's a response because oh my gosh, if it was an enhance, I was getting ready to take a huge jump on this card and then it said response.
Yeah, I really like this. This makes poking really nice.
Yeah,
because you just poke. If they block, you just get to like build a foundation and keep going. And if they don't block, you're just like, haha, I got some damage in, and then you can, assess from there. Either just build out and you got some free damage and a momentum, or keep going, like, and they're gonna do it eventually. Like, this card's solid. I really like this.
this also gives you a little bit of flexibility with your 2s. I think if you've maybe you got a few too many 2s. It just helps you build them a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Basically building one of them on a 1 instead.
Yeah, and it's a 2 low block. I really like this.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just solid.
B
It's
minus.
It's not. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, it's not the overly crazy effect or anything. So it's not like in the A range or anything crazy like that.
This is a
But
common.
yeah. Yeah, I like it at a B minus. Yeah,
Oh my god, can you
I'm
imagine?
definitely taking it.
Oh wait, never mind. The next bill, yeah. If you have multiple, it doesn't work very well in multiples, honestly.
After attack is blocked, build the next foundation. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, this is really good with her specifically though, because she's a 7-hander. And then you gain the life back and like do all that crazy stuff. So like, I think it is actually really good in her specifically too. But yeah, B minus.
True.
All right. Next up, we've got Surge. 2 difficulty, 1 med block. Love that block. Enhanced commit. Your ranged attack gains stun 1. It gets +1 speed for each attack your rival has blocked this turn. And enhanced flip. Your charge or ranged attack gains EX2. That's...
Why are we rewarding our opponent for blocking? Please stop that.
For each attack you're... That's like...
We're not rewarding them, but still, like, we want them to block in order for us to get our thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a punish,
I want them to
but
block.
it depends on how many. You have to have a decent number of ranged attacks. Like, obviously, you don't have to play, like, straight up ranged tribal because this only works on 1 attack, like, pretty much per turn. This is an uncommon, so... Yeah, this is okay. It's got a great block on it, so you're probably... This is good for a 2-drop for sure. This is what I want out of my 2s. Like, if you're able to get... Because you're going to be able to get a couple ranged attacks or a couple charged attacks. Like, there's some flexibility there, too. And it's got a great block. 1 mid is great. That's what I want out of my mid blocks.
Like, I'm thinking, like, if there was a card that said commit stun 1, would I play it? Yes. So, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I like it.
I wish the bottom enhance was playable while committed, so we could use both on the same attack.
That'd be kind of insane. But I mean,
EX on stun. I mean, it's not like they're gonna.
Well, because it's already getting
stopping them from blocking.
If they block 2 attacks, it's already getting +2 speed. It's like, are they really blocking anyway? Because they just blocked 2, and you gave it +2 speed and stun 1. This is probably going off after they've blocked 1 attack to make sure that they can't block your second.
Mm.
Um, but
Yeah,
I think this is what I want out of my twos. This is like a C plus.
yeah, this feels a lot better if you're ahead on the foundation count. Yeah, I'll go solid C. Solid
Okay.
C. I think if you're behind on the foundation count, like I'm giving up a foundation for my opponents on my turn, and they're about to re-ready. Like it
Yep.
feels a little bit worse. But yeah, yeah.
Alrighty.
Precision Seal Strike going to Sir Night Eye. That is a messed up picture. Why you gonna do my man rapper like that? All right, so we have the 4 diff attack, 1 low block mod, 3 mid for 5, range, slam, tech. We have enhance. Your rival reveals the top 3 cards of their deck. You may discard any cards revealed this way and return the rest to the top of their deck in any order. Enhance. If your rival has 1 or more sealed foundations, change this attack zone. So you reveal, so your rival will see them.
Yep.
And so you both know what's on top of their deck.
This is dangerous. This is real dangerous.
Yeah.
Because you're going to put like 2 attacks on top of their deck and you're going to be like, haha, you're not blocking. And then you're not going to kill them and they're going to draw 2 attacks guaranteed. And they're going to just like smack you.
Well, you're coming in for 5 damage. So they're probably they're gonna need to block. Well, not need to. 5 damage is not insurmountable, but
it's a 3 mid.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like you put a attack on top of their deck. Now it's basically a 5.
Yeah.
In a way.
You can change it if you've sealed their stuff. So if you're playing specifically Sir Night Eye, this does get better. So I think this is okay in Sir Night Eye because you can change this to a low, and then it's way better. But I think if you're not playing Sir Night Eye, and this is common, so if you're playing Sir Night Eye, get like 4 of these. It's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nice.
If it's late in the draft and you see this thing in there, you probably won't, to be honest. But if it's late in the draft and you see this card in the pack, you need more low blocks. This is one of the best case scenario, probably.
Yeah, you also get to just straight up mill them. Like if that's your game plan with Sir Night Eye, you can just straight mill them for 3. Or you can discard their attacks and then use his ability to he does the discard 3 and remove 1 of yours to remove 3 of theirs, right? You discard the top 3, and then if they're non-attacks, they get removed. So you can like guarantee that you're removing like 3 cards straight up. That doesn't sound like a great game plan, but it's a game plan.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you want to sell out for the mill out strategy, yeah. In a cycle 5 format, it's going to be a little. It's going to take a little while.
If your opponent has built a 40 card deck, it does go pretty quick actually. So I mean, if you literally got like 5 or 6 of these, that'd be kind of insane. That would work, but you would have to get a lot of these. And it is a common, and you're probably the only one that wants them if you're the only Sir Night Eye at the table. So
I think, just playing it normally, just stacking the attacks. If your opponent has a draw card on board, stacking a foundation.
That's so
and
dangerous.
The attacks under. Oh no, they can see it. Never mind.
Yeah, they get to see it.
Yeah. Okay. If your opponent has a draw card on board, this card is immediately bad.
Yeah. This is like the worst effect. This is like playing webcam Jiro.
Yeah.
But without the benefits of playing webcam Jiro. I don't like this card if you're not Sir Night Eye. I think if you're specifically Sir Night Eye, or maybe the Chronostasis because he wants a bunch of tech cards, and this is like a decent block for him, it's okay. But I think otherwise this is like a D. Maybe if you're not Sir Night Eye, this is a D-. This is almost F actually. This is just
F.
It's
not F.
It's F, dude. 3 mid.
They got some good numbers. The 1 low,
that's less important on attacks because that's gonna be more common on attacks, and it's got a 3 mid, and you're gonna fix their deck, but they're gonna see it, and you're not gonna be able to change it off of 3 mid if you're not Sir Night Eye.
Right, but if you have like 2 or 3 attacks coming at them, whether they know it's there or not, like it's the ability to play around it.
Okay, maybe not F.
Or draw or something.
Maybe not F, but this is still like a D. D
Yeah, I
minus.
think B plus for me.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stick with D minus, I think. But
Okay.
if you're Sir Night Eye, I actually think this is better the more of them that you get. So like if your first character that you pull is Sir Night Eye, maybe start taking these a little higher, but I don't think they'll be hard to get. I think that, you'll be able to get the ones that are opened. Alrighty, you're up.
Um, oh, is it? Okay, I thought I read that one. Stamp out? Stamp out, right? We're on stamp out?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Making sure I'm not tripping. All right, we have the 4 diff, 2 high block mod, 2 mid for 5, slam tech, combo slam. Do we have enough slam attacks? All right, we'll find out. Combo enhance. This attack gets +2 damage. Remove the top card of your rival's deck. Response: after one or more cards leave your rival's deck during the enhanced step, this attack gets +2 speed. Feels like a card that we have to read after his foundations, but
Ooh.
let's give it a swing. Yeah.
After one or more, this is really good in Sir Night Eye again, because then
Really
it's getting
slow.
+4 speed if you're Sir Night Eye, because you have his
Okay,
enhance.
because we're doing the thing. Yeah.
Because you have his enhance, and then you have his, and then we'll see maybe his foundations here. If his foundations can also, yeah, I'm looking right now. They totally can. This could be like an 8 mid for 5. I like this.
If you have the combo.
Yeah, if you have the combo. But again, if you're Sir Night Eye, you're getting these precision seal strikes, and those are slams because nobody else wants them.
Well, wait. Precision. Oh no, it's common. Okay. But you're gonna need to grab a lot of them.
Yeah.
He's on all death order, slam attacks in Undaunted raid. We have 11.
That's a lot.
But when I look at those that are common and uncommon, still have 8. Okay.
Yeah, that's a ton. That's enough to make it work.
Number. Okay, I'm actually okay. You're bringing me around. All right, yeah.
You do have to be playing Sir Night Eye. I think 4 mid for 5 is probably not enough, but a 6 mid for 5 for 4 difficulty, that's interesting.
Yeah, that changes a lot. And if he has one of his foundations that can do one more, and it goes to 8 mid for 5.
Yeah.
Well, 8 mid for 7 at that point because you get the +2 damage from the combo.
I think Sir Night Eye is going to be really good if you get his kit, and I don't think many other people will want it. So I think in a draft specifically, you're staking your claim, I feel like you might be able to get this stuff. I feel like it works pretty well together.
I agree, especially if you're throwing away some of your opponent's important cards, and all of a sudden they have to play a little bit differently. Like, yeah, that's super good.
Yeah, I like it.
So obviously, if you don't have the kit, this is like an F. But if you have the kit, build around this is
Yeah, it's really not good if you're not doing much else. If you're playing, this is like a build around. Honestly, 4 diff, 6 mid, 5. This is build around like A minus. 6 mid, 5.
8 mid for 7. Like,
yeah, this is pretty.
BB
+2 damage too. Oh my god. Yeah, this is a build around like A minus.
Yeah, I'll say B plus. Yeah.
That's crazy. Actually, I forgot about the 2 damage. Yeah, that's really good. All right. All right. All Might.
You can get us some more damage with this with these foundations.
Yeah. All Might and Sir Night Eye. 1 difficulty for a 2 high block. First enhance your turn. Commit. Add the top card of your rival's discard pile to the top of their deck. And Deadlock enhance. Destroy seal 2 rival foundations. Don't particularly care for that enhance.
Yeah.
And this is
4 check.
You don't have a lot of control. It's first enhance, so you don't have a ton of control over what's on top. So maybe you put an attack on there, and their attacks your attack's a little harder to block. But in draft, when you're not killing them on that turn like consistently, and you just committed a foundation, so like you're just setting them up to draw attacks.
Yeah.
But
it's only on your turn, so if there's some kind of enhance that your opponent has during their attack, then you want to like switch some stuff up. You
Oh,
can't really do it.
this would be great on their turn. That'd be insane.
Yeah.
It's also a four check. This is I think the first 4-check foundation we've seen.
Yeah, it is.
One difficulty and 2 high. That does make it numbers playable.
That's what I was thinking. It was like if this wasn't a 1, I think this would be a straight F for me.
Yeah.
If this was still give it a D-.
Yeah, I think the numbers, the 1 diff 2 high makes this like a C-. You're gonna play this when you see it, but you're not super happy.
I'm not taking this guy. Unless I'm low on highs or something. Like I don't understand.
You're just gonna have to play some number of like bad foundations, and they might as well be 1 diffs, right?
Yeah, but also like those are gonna bubble down to later in the pack, I think, and I won't have to.
This is a common, so you're gonna see a lot of these.
I'm thinking C's I'm taking in the middle of the pack, and I'm not taking this in the middle of the pack. Is what I'm thinking.
That's fair. Yeah. All right.
Next up we have detailing the plan. Back to the 2 diffs. 2 mid block. We have response. After you block with this card, draw 1 card. If the blocked attack has throw, it deals no damage.
Ooh.
Sir Night-Eye enhance. Commit your character. Discard the top 6 cards of your rival's deck, just because we feel like it.
The mill.
Yeah. I think everyone's gonna want to grab one of these for the throws. After you block this card, draw 1. Oh, you just draw 1 anyway.
Yeah, this is solid.
Oh man, holy stuff. Okay.
It's okay.
That's pretty good.
It's
2 mid block after you block.
How much weight are we putting on that on the bottom enhance?
I don't know anyone who's gonna really sell out to mill out your opponent.
Yeah.
You're really out here like, yes,
yeah,
I will mill you out.
I'm not trying to commit. I'm not trying to commit my character.
Right. And I'm kind of grading this a little bit higher in my mind because I'm thinking, can I play this card if I do not have Sir Night-Eye? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
It has no text if I build it, but that's okay because the block is so good.
Mm-hmm. I think it's actually better if you're not Sir Night-Eye, because then you could be a 7-hander and you have some throw hate.
Mm-hmm.
This is really nice if you're a 7-hander. You probably take these very highly, like B+ A- level if you're a 7-hander. If you're a 5-hander, this is also kind of decent because it lets you block an attack, draw a card, and block another attack while also progressing your game state on your turn. Kind of similar to how like Specialized Sound Waves lets you block 2 attacks while only holding up 1 card. I really like this, actually. I think this is like a B, which is rare for a 2 diff.
I think this is one of the first four ish cards taken out of the pack. I think like everyone can sculpt with it, and sculpting is kind of difficult when you're not in a constructed format. I'm maybe even B+.
It does nothing on board.
I think B, as soon as I said B+, I kind of was mad at myself.
Yeah. All right. This is our second 0 diff foundation, Foresight. It's got a 3 low block and response. After you play this card, look at the top card of your deck. Enhance, remove, reveal the top card of either player's deck. I love this card. I love this card.
We couldn't flip. We had to remove. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, wait a minute. Sell me on this because I love the 0, but I hate everything else.
After you play this card, this is so good. All right, you play 2 difficult. Say you have a hand with like 3 2 difficulty foundations. You go 2 diff this, and then you look at the top card and you know if you're checking a 3 or not.
Right.
So you guarantee, and then if you are like, if you have another 0, you can just play that, or if you're going second, you have a thing to commit, you can play a 1. It just helps you in a lot of points of the game. It also, you can randomly like, this doesn't work as well, but you can kind of, it helps you split the difference between checking a 3 and a 5. So like, say you're like, wow, if I check a 5, this attack is lethal, right? But you have like 1 to spare, like you need to check a 4, right? So you play this, and then you see if it's a 5. You're playing at +1 progressive because you just played this, but it basically turns a 5 into a 4. So it lets you see what's coming. Now,
Right.
like, it's kind of a weird way to think about it, but it basically lets you see if the coast is clear, if a 4 will get you there.
Right.
So
Absolutely agree. But the what you're saving yourself from is failing a check on whatever that last card was, right? And it's like if it's an attack that could go for game and it'll still go for game next turn, but the right play is to play it, but you don't know what that check on top is, and this will help you. Absolutely, sounds great. But in the case of the first turn, where you're at that like, okay, I've done all my 3s. This is the last card that'll check on a 3, and then I'll see if I have any more cards that are checking on 5s afterwards. I mean, I'm not really gaining anything by not playing the next foundation, like.
well, you're not, but this lets you so say your hand is literally 3 2-diffs and a 0. You play 2-2. Now the right play most of the time is to just play a 0-diff and then play your 2-diff, but this lets you, like, there are lines where, like, you can go 2-diff 2-diff 2-diff, try and check a 4 there. This lets you just play the 0 guaranteed, and not, like, this lets you sort of have your cake and eat it too. You don't have to be greedy to try and get the 4 foundations. I mean, you're still going to play it either way, but, like, maybe you have another 0-diff, and then it helps you decide how to play your turn, so that if it's a 3, you can play the other 0. Like, that can happen, so it's good with itself. Or you have a 1-diff, and if it's a 3, you could pass it on a 4 with your character, So it's still doing that. It's just, I think it's gonna.
Here's my thing. I think that the simple fact that it's a 0 puts it at the very bottom of the range is like C+.
Oh,
just for the simple fact that it has a 0.
C+.
You're in a format where, like, if you get halfway through the pack and there's a 0-diff there, and the top 50% of cards have already been taken out the pack, and there's a 0-diff in there, like, do you really care what it says? Like, we know that it's gonna help the deck more than the worst card in the pack.
All right, but here's what I'm trying to tell you. You're gonna wait for this to be passed to you in the bottom 50%, and it's not gonna happen.
Oh, no. See, okay, the 0 gets me to C+. The response is positive. We're moving up.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're in the B range. Right. I don't think that enhance is written. I think that's fugazi. That doesn't actually exist on there. Unless you're in, like, a kill turn situation. Why do I want to?
Yeah,
see
it's the same thing.
Card?
You get to see if you have a 5 or not.
Yeah, but it has to be ready.
This is just another A. Off zone block, 0-diff, some amount of utility. You don't get 0s should ideally be drafted in the first 2 or 3 picks of every pack. They're that important. This is like an A-, maybe an A. It's not as good as the other one, I think, maybe. But
no, yeah. I'll go solid B. Solid B.
All right. Well,
I mean, I have to draft it as an A because, like you said, it's a 0. Like I said, it's a 0. 0. I'm gonna play it. It's gonna do its thing, and then I might as well just turn it face down. But
all right, we'll move on.
It's mine, right?
Yep.
Okay, we got Claw Stopper, the 4-diff attack from Sun Eater, 2 mid, 4 mid for 4. Breaker 1, first Breaker 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Punch and Slam. If this card is added to your momentum, add it face up. Here we go. Enhance momentum once per turn. Draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. And enhance if you have at least 1 momentum. Draw 1 card. So Sun Eater's momentum effects. They want to be stuffed in there. They want to be able to use their effects for free turn after turn, giving you some filter.
Yep.
Filter's good. The longer the game goes on, seal format, has more turns, drawing and discarding again and again.
Yeah.
Feels good.
This is Recipro Extend, but worse.
Yeah. The problem is just getting it in there.
Yeah. I mean, even
If you
that,
have,
you don't
yeah,
even have to do that. Like, it's just good as an attack. You just draw a card if you have momentum. So you have to. This
yeah,
isn't good on your second turn, unless you throw it at the end and hope it gets in there. That's like your best case for it. You just throw like two or three other attacks and hope the way is clear after that.
right.
If but these cards are going to be high picks because it's just free utility once you get them in. If you're playing Amajiki, this card goes way up. You want all of them because you're just gonna slam it, and then you're gonna slam it in your momentum, and you're gonna, you know, build a character with 5 enhances every attack.
Yeah, if you have Amajiki, this is almost like how do you draft anything above his own kit? Like, oh my god, you just need it. You need it so much.
If you're Amajiki, these cards are all A's, I think.
Yeah,
But
yeah. If you're not Amajiki,
it's still pretty good.
Pretty solid. Yeah,
B?
this is still really solid. What'd you say?
Like a B if you're not Amajiki.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So it's not good immediately. You do need a momentum, so there's some amount of setup there, and it's a 4 mid for 4, so it's the Wendy stats.
Yeah, but it's the potential of the top enhanced that like it pushes it up for me. You know, like your opponent just has to block. If you have some kind of speed buff, like oh my god, throw it on there because your opponent's gonna sell out to stop this thing.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what do you give it if it's not Amajiki?
A B.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
We're in agreement. Next up, this is the second common throw. This is one of only 2 throws. So we have Tentacle Grasp, 3 difficulty, 4 mid block, and this is a 1 mid for 3 with enhance from the momentum once per turn. Your rival's attack gets -1 speed. These stats are awful, but you're just gonna play this, and if they don't have that one Fat Gum card that blocks your momentum, you're just like, it's just so free. It's just a little bit of damage, a little bit of chip. You know, it's probably getting in for the full 3 because why are they blocking that?
Right.
If you can give it damage, it goes up in value. And then it's just going to help you defend a little bit for the rest of the game. So, I mean, this is like it's weird because the stats are atrocious, but this is still like a B plus.
So like, and again, like you have more draft experience than I do. I play a lot of sealed, and in sealed, you want to have like 7 damage turns, and basically guaranteeing 3 damage is halfway there. On a 3 diff move, that can go right at the end of the chain, and then you're just giving -1 speed religiously. I am way higher on this card than maybe I even should be, but I think this card is sick. I think everyone should run it, and I'm gonna give it an A-.
It's really good. I don't think it hits A level for me just because of the stats. You can't ever block with this. And it's just like so pitiful. If you can put damage on it, it's good.
But also, like, you know, the block modifier, I don't care if it said 10, right? Like, if you went through an attack turn and didn't play this card, like something went horribly wrong.
Yeah, you know? It's close. I think we're both pretty close. It's going to be good in Amajiki for sure, and it's going to be good kind of no matter what. It's just how early you take it. So B plus A minus. It's pretty close.
All right, next up we have Adaptable. Getting to Amajiki's foundations. We got the 2 diff with the 2 high block mod. Enhance. Commit. Your attack gets +1 speed for each of your momentum, max 3. Deadlock Enhance. Your rival loses 1 health for each of your momentum. This effect cannot reduce your rival below 1 health. Yeah, how you feel about getting +3 speed for, you know, nothing?
Well, it's not nothing. You do have to commit.
Almost nothing.
Yeah, this is great on a kill turn in both modes. So,
but also just, you know, like just hitting. Yeah, you got a 5 damage move. We got 3 speed. This
is good on turn 3 when you've played like a Tentacle Grasp or whatever, and then you want to give your moves some more speed so that they get through. But again, if you're playing Amajiki, you're a 7-hander, so Please don't commit your cards on your turn for value. Only do that if you're killing, because otherwise you are going to get shredded on the on the crackback. This card is okay. I don't know. It's like a C minus. Maximum 3. If this had unlimited like range on that, that would be sweet.
Oh, shut the front door.
Dude,
That would be ridiculous.
max 3 commit on your turn. Like,
I mean,
what are you gonna do? Put it on Tentacle Grasp, hit him for 3 damage? Like,
I mean, he's already got like what? Oh, dang, he only has 2 attacks we talked about so far.
yeah,
But like, I mean,
it's okay.
+3 speed, you know, just out of nowhere is pretty good.
I'm just never committing for that.
I think if you're, you know, what Amajiki's, how many cards in his hand?
7. He's a 7-hander.
Okay, well, you know, he can get ahead on foundations pretty quickly. Like,
Yeah. If you have a
you
bunch of
could-
Tentacle Grasps, this gets better because you're going to get your momentum quicker, and also your defenses are going to be a little bit more shored up because you're going to be giving -1 speed multiple times. So this does get better the more of those cards you have. But you really want to be blocking. So this is really only good on turns like 4 on, where you just like have 10 foundations or you're in deadlock and you don't really care anymore and you're just trying to kill. It is good for that.
Yeah. Or early on, where if you just check pure, check completely pure, like you play a 5 diff and a 4 diff and a 3 diff, check 3 5s.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll play an adaptable, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a C.
Yeah, I'd give it a C minus. It's a 2 diff. It doesn't really do what I want my 2 diffs to do, but it does have an off zone block, so it's okay.
Yeah.
All right, next up we've got Self Doubt. 1 difficulty, 2 low block, response flip. After your attack deals no damage, your next check gets +1. This is great. I love it. This is gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna help you. This is gonna help you get your Claw Stopper in because you're gonna play 2 attacks. They're gonna block the second or whatever, and then you're just gonna be like, haha, my Claw Stopper is a little easier to play. And it's a 1 diff. Solid.
And I think the more of these you have, the stronger the card is. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could flip like 3 of them and really chain off, but
Exactly. Like, you know, like you play 3 attacks, your opponent thinks you're done, they block it, and they're like, actually, you didn't read this card right here.
yeah,
I love
it
the
is
2
common.
block. I love the 1. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pretty good.
really like it. This is like a B minus. This is a good stats.
Yeah, I was on the fence between a C plus B minus.
Good stats for cost.
I think it's a B minus because the numbers look so good.
Yeah.
All right, so next up we have Sun Eater of the Big 3, 2 diff, 3 mid block, 5 check. Response: remove this card from play. After a card leaves your momentum due to a rival effect, draw 1 card and add the top card of your deck to your momentum face up. Playable while committed. Enhance flip. This attack gets -1 speed for each of your momentum. That enhanced plays anywhere.
Yeah. Flip for minus speed is pretty good.
Yeah,
I wish it was a
hope
1 diff.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just like it's like 1-shot speed hate. It's pretty good speed hate, but it's 1-shot speed hate that requires some work, doesn't have a good block, doesn't have a good like cost, and the response is super situational and mostly not even that good in draft because it going face up is probably not going to help you. Like, how many cards do you have with momentum effects on them?
Exactly.
So you replace your momentum, but they got the card that they wanted out of there.
Right.
And you have to remove to do it.
I can't put the same card back. Like, it'd be cool if I could put the same card back.
Yeah.
It's a different one.
Yeah. Or if you could like tutor from your discard or something, like you could choose the card that went in.
Right. Yeah. Well, that would be too broken. But yeah.
This is like a D plus. Maybe
maybe
higher?
-1 speed for each momentum though.
Yeah, but you have to work for it. 1-shot speed hate that you have to work for.
Right, but when it matters, like you know, turn 4, turn 5, like when your opponent's trying to go for game, and all of a sudden you have 4 momentum and this thing's getting -4 speed. That's a lifesaver.
But you're not gonna struggle to pick this card. That's an uncommon. I don't know. Maybe you will.
No. Yeah, because the top response is blank to me. I'm trying to talk myself into a C minus.
I think I'm sticking at D plus. Maybe I'll go up on it. But I think right now I'm starting at D plus.
Okay, I'm gonna go C minus.
All right.
I love the -1.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Crystal Crash. 4 difficulty, a 1 high block. It's a 2 low for 5. I like that stats. Slam, stun 1, and then enhance. Discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose 1 rival foundation. Abilities on that card cannot be played this enhanced step. So, basically seal. Without saying seal, that's awkward. And then enhance. If you played a card from anywhere other than your hand this turn, this attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage. It's kind of a weak payoff for the played from anywhere but your hand, like strategy theme or whatever. But 2 low for 5 with stun 1, that's solid.
Yeah, stun 1, seal 1.
And then if
3 low for 6, really?
3 low 6 if you've done the thing. Discard the top 3 of your deck, and then you basically seal a card. That's
it doesn't feel like amazing, but it doesn't feel bad. It's not you're not horrible. You're not mad to see this card come off the top of your deck.
It's okay. This is like the definition of a C, I think, for an attack.
Yeah, it feels very average. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just gonna move on.
Yeah.
We got next up Crystal Sword Cutter, 4 diff, 2 mid block, 4 for 4. We got oh wow, they saved on words, saved on ink in this card. Enhance, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Your rival commits 1 foundation for each copy of Crystal Sword Cutter in your discard pile.
At common, baby.
At common. So what are we? We're committing 3 max? Okay.
No. We're committing
one
any number. Wait. You can have 10 cards. You can have 10 of this in your deck.
Wait, what?
It's draft. You can play anything that you open. There is no limit in draft. You could literally open and pick 10 of these, and your opponent would have to commit 9.
That's a problem.
That's sweet. This is the build around. This is a build around like A plus almost. This is a build around A.
I mean, yeah, like if you can see 6, I think it's an A plus.
Yeah, this is like
because it mills so many as well.
Yeah, this is a lot. If you get a bunch of these, this is sweet. Because compare this to Constructed, where you're a 50 card deck, and you're only allowed to play 4. Now you're a 40 card deck, so you're gonna see them more often. And if you can get like 6 of these, you're gonna get that number up quicker, and you're gonna be able to use it more times. So this card is, and if you're him, he gets to play them. He gets to play them from the discard. So you could have like 5 of these in your discard. Go pick one up, stun them for 4. This card is sweet. I mean, it's really bad stats, but if this is the setup, and then you hit them with anything else, and they're committed out. Like if you get 6 of these, it's sweet. Don't hate draft these at the table. Let the man live the dream.
Right.
Let me live the dream.
Committing your whole board through a regular ass enhance.
Dude, I'm literally giving this an A. This is gonna be sweet. This is the kind of thing that I'm talking about when I say that they've designed cards for limited. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like this is a card that is really gonna shine in limited gameplay, and it's just gonna make for some interesting decisions.
Yeah, I mean, since you can play more than 4, this is clearly an A.
It's gonna be sweet.
You just have to hit it. You just have to grab it.
Yeah, but he can do that. He can tutor it if you're Hojo.
I mean, but like you don't have to be that character. Like you can be anybody on the evil symbol, and all of a sudden now everyone's trying to grab as many crystal sword cutters as they can.
Oh, don't do that. No, let me live. Let me do it.
Let me live. I want to live. Let me live. Like, no, you have to die.
Well, we'll have to see. We'll hopefully we got some good stories with this card later on in the format. We'll see.
Absolute. I think you're up.
Sure. Crystallize. 2 difficulty, 2 low block. Enhanced commit. This attack gets +2 damage. If you have 10 or less health, it gets +1 damage. And then response remove. After this foundation is destroyed during the combat phase, your rival's next attack gets -2 damage. This is okay in Hojo. Yeah, it does his things.
Stuff.
Yeah, I mean, this
I
makes
wish it.
your crystal sword cutters plus 3 damage after you've
Yeah, I
stunned them
wish
for
the
9 or whatever.
yeah, I wish the enhance could be used defensively,
Yeah, I will, because
but
you destroy for -2 with him. So you destroy it, give this attack -2, and then their next attack gets -2, and you're just gonna
mm,
like, it's like super hardened. That's -4 damage. That's like 4 life on a card. That's pretty good if you're taking it.
yeah,
If you're taking the
mm,
attacks, if it's like they're, I think
yeah,
it's okay. It's solid. This is what I want out of my two
yeah.
diffs, but I think you do want to be him specifically,
Right, you
because
definitely do.
I don't. It doesn't share any
Um,
symbols with Kirishima, who's the other Foundation Destruction, or maybe Rappa. Rappa might be evil, right? I'll check real quick. Yeah,
Rappa
he's
has to
evil.
be evil.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's
all of them
evil.
are. Yeah, evil, fire, and order.
But you
Yeah.
also don't want to be. Well, I guess you can block. You can block with and then destroy to give the check, and then their next attack gets -2 damage. So you're like, that's pretty safe. It's pretty good in Rappa too. I like this card. It's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that was next month's. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This is what I want out of my two diffs. So this is like a
Mm.
C plus. If you're
Yeah,
those two characters.
right. Yeah, yeah. If you're those two characters, I'm still gonna say C minus. If you're not, don't pick this card up.
Yeah, if you can't get value out of the response, then
Yeah, like
probably not that good.
don't think that you're gonna commit this thing for 3 damage and go crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the dream.
Unless you really need it, but
Right, unless you
Yeah.
know you're at the bottom of the pack and you need a low block. Hey, have at it.
yeah.
Human garbage.
What'd you call
Very
me?
Kind. Hey, she fits. We got 1 diff, 3 high block mod with the 5 check. Ally enhance once per turn. Remove 1 copy of human garbage. Jesus Christ from your discard pile. Remove. Ready this foundation playable while committed.
Yeah.
That's dope.
You could have 10 of these.
Okay.
At
Yeah.
common.
Right. Like.
Sweet.
Oh man, you can have more than 4. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm playing every single one of these that I pick. It's not that
Yeah.
great, but I mean, I'm probably picking this at like a B plus level, just because you want multiples, and then like it'll be good sometimes, and it's a 1 diff, so you really want it.
Yeah, I mean, like extending the stage is just so important.
Yeah.
Because counting those foundations is something you just don't
Yeah.
really. And are any one of there's 5 5 handers on evil, so
Yeah.
they're probably gonna need this more than others.
Yeah. It is on
Yeah.
those 3 characters plus Chronostasis all share the all and evil symbols, so you might be fighting for these. So if you want these, if you've I think this is a
You need a
good,
little bit of
like,
luck.
if you get one of those 4 characters as your first pick, like, because you only see that one character at the start of the draft, you're going to want to take these pretty highly, because you're going to be pivoting around those 2 symbols, and you're going to want some number of these. So I would take this pretty highly, actually, like A minus B plus level. It might not perform that well unless you get like 5 copies of this, but I think you want to shoot for that. I think you want to take it early, and you want to, if you're on those symbols early, the earlier you get on it, the better it'll perform.
Yeah, because you have to draft them, because the more you get, the better it is. So, but I think it'll probably perform at a B minus level.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should definitely be drafting it earlier than that. Yeah, definitely. Human garbage.
All right. We became more, all caps, exclamation point. This is our last 0 diff foundation. It is a 3 mid block, and it's got enhance, flip. If this attack was played from anywhere other than your hand, it gets +2 damage. This is sweet. This is just like a little bit of value. I think all 4 of those characters can play attacks from anywhere. Wait, can Tabe? No, Tabe can't.
Can he not?
Tabe can't, but the other 3, Chronostasis, Hojo, and the Larceny guy, they can all do it. So
Correct. Yeah.
and they all share those symbols. So this is great. Pick it pretty highly on all of those symbols. Even if you can get literally 0 value from the enhance, it goes down maybe a little bit, but you still want the 0 diffs. There's not that many of them. Get them while you can. This is
it's on evil, so everybody from the Shade and Saikai shares that symbol. So
yeah. If you can activate it, it's an A. If you can't activate it, it's an A minus maybe. So
yeah. Is it an A minus if you can't activate it?
I
It's
mean,
about that. That's a B plus for me. It's just a 0. You know.
yeah, I really want those. I really want like 4 if I can. Like that's not gonna happen, but I want them.
Right. Yeah.
I
And
want 'em.
so many people are going to be playing stuff from everywhere. That this again, highly
Yeah.
contested card.
So
All right, we're done with the foundations. Jumping into the actions, we have barrier shields. The 2 diff, 2 high block. We have the 5 check. This card does not count to a progressive difficulty. Does not count. Enhance. Remove this card from play. Reduce this attack speed to 0. The next card you play this turn gains Breaker 2. And enhance. Your rival cannot add cards to their hand during this attack due to their non-character effects.
yeah. So we talked about this card in the last video. It's really good in him specifically, and you really want like 3 of them, as many as you can get, honestly. But you really want like at least 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
He
remove
can play it
effect
from the discard pile. Yeah.
but it's a remove effect. So if you're doing it offensively, you don't have to remove, and that's good. And he wants to use this offensively too. Like that's the point. And then defensively, I mean, it's a really good. So the problem is that people will probably want to play this card defensively, and they will take it from you.
Right.
So I think that he's going to suffer because this card has good defensive value, has no good offensive value. So he's the only one using it offensively, but other people will want to use this defensively, and it's going to be really good for them. So I think he's going to suffer. I think he's not going to be that good because it's going to be really hard to get as many of these as you want. I think this card would be really obnoxious at common, but maybe they should have done it for him. Maybe not. I mean, it can be a constructed thing. That's fine.
Right. I mean, we've seen a couple attacks that can get up to 8 speed, but not a bunch, right?
Yeah.
You're usually going to be blocking 3 to 5 speed attacks.
Yeah.
Do you need something that resets speed to 0?
That's really good. That's so good.
It's so good because you're not going to have to commit anything.
And
like,
you're breaker 2ing them.
The breaker 2, exactly. The breaker 2 is the value. That's where you're really, I think, gonna be able to shut down a string.
Does this work with chronostasis where he keeps it in the card pool if it's got breaker 2? Can this technically put any? I don't know how that works.
Chronostasis, if your rival has at least 1 card in their card pool, choose 1 breaker or tech card in your card pool and play it.
Oh no, it sure doesn't. Okay, so that doesn't work with him, but I mean, it's still really good. I think this card is like a, oh man, as an action, this is like a, oh man, it's so hard to take action sometimes, but this is like a, you want this. This is like a minus. This is, you're gonna be real warm and fuzzy when you have this in your hand.
Because it's a slower game, I don't neg actions as much in draft as much as I would in the regular format. Because in the regular format, you're going through so many cards so fast, you can't wait for the time the action has to be played.
Yeah.
But I like it. Bring it to, hey, let me shut you down real quick. Let me get ahead on the life, on the horse race of life count. It's really solid.
I think I'm taking this really highly. I think this is like A minus.
I'm not going that high. That's kind of crazy.
I'm taking this really highly though. Like I'm taking this almost.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
no. I agree with that.
But that's how we have to rate them, right? So I feel like I'm taking this over just about every foundation that we've gone over.
Right.
Except maybe some zeros.
Here's my question for you: Are you taking your second copy as high as you're taking your first copy?
If I'm whatever that guy's name is, Tengen, then absolutely. I'm taking it higher. I'm taking them all at A+ level. I'm taking every single one that I see. If you see him as your first character, you're like, oh damn, I have to take Barrier Shield because I might be screwed. Right. So I think I'm taking them very, very highly. If I'm not him, I think I'm still taking this. The second one, maybe not as high, but the first one's a very high pick. This is some really nice, comfy feelings I'm getting when I see this in my hand.
Okay, I completely agree with what you just said. That's the kind of like thing I'm at right now because I keep thinking about the cards we've rated like an A, and those are stuff we just want a play set of. We want to play as many as we can. They feel good all the time. This, I'm like, this can clog a little bit, can slow you down.
To be
If
fair,
you have too many.
I'm still playing 2 of these if I get them.
Yes, I'm just thinking am I playing 4?
No.
No.
But you're not getting 4. It's uncommon. You'll be seeing.
Don't limit my spiritual growth.
So
I think this is great. I love it at a B. I love it if you have the character. I love it at an A-.
Yeah. All right.
Probably A? Oh, yeah, somewhere in there.
It's really good. All right.
Absolutely.
Next up, we've got Maximum Hardening. This is a 2 difficulty action with a 2 mid block. Form for the rest of this turn, your attacks get +2 damage. So this does sit in your card pool, giving you +1 progressive basically at the same time. And then response, after you block an attack with this card, that attack gets -4 damage. You may commit 1 foundation to build that card face down.
Build this card.
This card. Yeah. To build this card. Yeah. Both of those modes are solid.
Attack face down. Hold up.
Yeah. This is great to half block with, This is great. I love it. The form
I guess -4.
The form is great in the late game. You just play this and you're like, guess I'm on +1 progressive this turn. I'm just gonna slap you. I'm gonna shoot for it.
Yeah, if you have some throws, the -4 damage is so good because there's a lot of attacks that are just coming at you for 4 damage or 5.
Oh yeah,
and so this is a full block for a lot of attacks.
This is a foundation that you get to play on blocks. It's really good. This is like another A.
Yeah.
It's good at every point in the game except literally just turn 1, which is the most important turn in the game. But I think it's so good at every other point in the game that it deserves an A.
Yeah, I don't like giving A's in this format, but I think it deserves it. Yeah, and then it builds. Yeah.
Yeah, it just builds.
Keeping the progressive low on the defensive end.
Yeah.
Keeping it high on the offensive end because we gotta balance out.
Yeah.
Okay, Takoyaki.
All right, Mimic, let's go.
This is a Fat Gum card, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the only asset that Mimic is allowed to play.
Yes, of course. So, we have the 1 diff, 2 high block mod, 6 check. The first 6 check we've read so far.
Nice.
Enhance, destroy this card. This attack gets +2 or -2 damage. Draw 1 card. If your character is Fat Gum, Amajiki, or Kirishima, you get the response remove. After this card enters your discard pile during the enhance step, gain 1 health.
I really like this actually, which is crazy because I hate assets like this normally. But like random 6 checks are nice. And then that, because it cycles, because it draws you a card, like this is a way in the early game to sort of store up cards for a kill turn or when you need them for defense. It's basically like you play this early and then you get to like sort of put that energy into a later turn. And then if you're playing one of those 3 characters, whoop-de-doo, you gain a life. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like a slower filter, like you got to build it, draw it, or whatever. But after it's done the thing.
Yeah, but you get the utility of saving it for an extra turn.
Right, exactly.
So,
and if you destroy it after you've already had your turn come back, you've drawn up to your hand size, and you do it on the defensive side, you've actually gained a block. You actually gained another card to block with.
Yeah, and on top of minus damage, like I think it's really good.
Yeah. So I think that's solid. I think defensively it's better than offensively.
You can put it on throws too, like the Amajiki throws. The Amajiki wants this for sure. Put it on that stupid 3 damage move. Make them block it.
Right.
I really like
block this. Take 2 less damage.
Yeah. I really like this card. It's not like an A, but I think it's solid. I think it's like a B, like a solid B. If you're Mimic, this card's an A+.
Yeah, it's just the speed, how slow it is getting to where it wants to go makes me want to say C+, but I think the right answer is a B-. Just because there's so many like little good things that happen along the way with the 6 check and everything, good block mod, yada. So
I think we've been preconditioned to not like these assets that they keep releasing. but I think this is the best one that they've printed at like common, uncommon, of these little like trinket text assets. So we'll have to see how it plays.
Exactly.
Up next, we've got Centicoil. This is a 4 difficulty, 2 low block, 4 mid for 4. Response: after you play this card, choose one card in your rival's card pool. That card cannot leave the card pool during the combat phase, and that will move over into their turn. So it will like basically survive the cleanup phase or whatever. Enhance: discard 1 momentum. This attack gets +1 speed and +1 damage for each card in your rival's card pool. That's pretty good.
Okay, and it's a 4 diff, so you may be able to play it a little bit later.
This is the card that you want to play on life after your big the Nedre card that like makes, after they block it, your next attack gets easier to play, because then this is going to get like +2 or 3 damage depending on how many times they've blocked. There's literally zero card pool stuffing going on. It's really bad in Tabe. Don't play it in Tabe, because he eats the cards.
Wait a minute, hold on. That card cannot leave the card pool during the combat phase. So it still leaves during the end phase.
Oh. Does it?
I think. Choose one card in your
Oh, yeah, I guess it might.
Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah, I guess it might. Okay. Well, that makes it...
What's that even for? Wait a minute.
I don't know. For constructed, I guess. I don't know. This is this is if you're playing like life tongue whip in constructed. I don't know. This card's okay. This is a good payoff for for Nejire, I think. With her, like, she wants to be blocked a bunch of times randomly, like, but I don't think it's great. I think this is like a C-.
Yeah, I was gonna say D+. I am not.
Yeah, it is pretty bad, huh?
It might be, actually.
It's okay later on, like in the late game. It's okay, but
yeah, I see this getting down to the bottom of the pack a lot.
Yeah.
All right, next up, 6 diff attack. Let's go. Deadly Fire. 1 low block mod, 4 mid for 7.
Yeah.
Ranged attack. Response: after you play this card, if a card has been played from anywhere other than the hand during this turn, draw 1 card.
Yep.
And enhance: if this attack speed is 7 or more, your rival loses 3 health. As far as 6 diffs go, this is disappointing.
I really like. I don't mind 6 diffs in draft though. They're much easier to play.
I don't mind 6 diffs, but like, what happened to Hulk and Grimace? What are we doing here?
Yeah, well, this is a common. That was an ultra rare.
All right, yeah, I guess, yeah.
It draws a card. That's pretty good. Like, if you're on those symbols, you're probably going to get to do that. I think if you're activating that, if you're one of those characters, this is a great payoff. This is a really good payoff for that.
But I also can't start with this card if I had to play another card from somewhere else.
No, it's just during from this turn. So after you play this card, it counts itself if a card has been played because you played it, and this is you're responding after.
Okay, yeah.
So you can start with it. Like there's the like, this is Confessor guy, right? Yeah. So he's the one. Yeah. This is really good in him specifically because you just do start off your turn with the confession thing, and you you put a card face down, and if they guess anything other than mid, this is a 5 diff. And then you play it from the card pool. It's weird because you're not playing it from your hand because it's in the card pool. Right. So, so this is for him specifically, and also just good. Hojo cannot get it because it doesn't share his 2 symbols. So that's kind of unfortunate.
Does he not have evil?
Huh?
Does he not have evil?
He has evil, but he specifically can only play cards that share 2 of his symbols.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
So he can't do it. Rappa technically can. No, it's not a punch. Never mind. I don't know who
what
can.
What about the hungry? No, not the hungry guy. What about
Larceny? Yeah, if it's in their card pool.
He does your opponents. Yeah. All right, if you're Larceny, just like don't take this. Wait for somebody else to get it. I don't know. Actually, wait. Does Larceny play the card from the deck? I guess.
I don't know if it counts because you like copy it. I don't even know if it counts.
Well, it says play the top card of your deck face down.
Oh, as a copy. Okay, yeah, so that counts. So yeah.
Okay.
So if you yeah, I guess if you're larceny, don't take this, but do pass it. Or I guess you could also just larceny one of their cards and then play this and draw the card. Like that's okay. Although you're playing a 6 on not your first form, so it's gonna be a 7. This card is okay.
Yeah,
I think
it's better. Yeah, like you said, it's better in
him. Yeah.
Yeah, because playing a 5 diff 7 mid for 7
Yeah.
that burns for 3 and draws a card, that feels great.
They pretty much have to name mid every time, right? Just in case it's this.
That's funny. I guess so. I don't know what else you're afraid of. So
Yeah, because most attacks are mids anyway. But unless you see different in their discard or in the previous games, probably just name mid against him. This card in him specifically, I think, is like a B minus C plus, and then everywhere else, if you can't get the response, this is bad. It's like, unless you can give it a bunch of speed, that is a good finisher.
Actually, it's 4 mid. I'm gonna go D. Maybe D minus.
Yeah.
D. Yeah, D.
I mean, if you can give it 3 speed, it burns them for 3, and then they have to deal with a 7 mid 7. So, if you can give it speed or do the thing, it's like a C minus. If you can't do either of them, this is bad. It's an F.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Did I read that one?
Yes. Up next, we've got Foresight Fusillade. It is a 4 difficulty, 2 low block, 4 high for 4. Enhance. Look at the top card of your deck. You may discard it. And enhance. Name a card. Oh, name a card type. Your rival reveals the top card of their deck. If the revealed card matches the named card type, draw 1 card. You're always going to be able to set it up with him a lot because you have the bad 3 mid for 5 or whatever that can like set up the top of their deck. So you do get to do that. This is great with that. His package works really well with him. So if you have the Foresight card, you can remove it to cycle and draw a card with this, or you can just guess and Foundation will be right about 2/3 of the time. So this is 2/3 of a cantrip. That's okay. It's a 4 high. That's like a C plus.
Yeah. Yeah. Even in I don't know. In the best of times, this is like a C for me. In the worst of times, this is a D minus. Well, look at the top card. Discard it. Getting closer to a Foundation. I go D minus.
This is a good flow card. Like it'll get you there.
Yeah. It's cute. It's cute. Doesn't Yeah. I feel like this is the kind of cards you play on the turn where you deal no damage.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Hair Razor Slash. I believe this is the fan-drawn card, our fan-drawn hero. We got a 3 diff. I think it is. I'm not sure. Mr. Brave. Yeah, Mr. Brave is the fan-drawn hero, I believe.
Oh. Interesting.
3 difficulty, 2 high block mod, 2 high for 3 damage. Mr. Brave stun 1. He's also a weapon. I'm sorry. These numbers are hilarious.
Yeah.
Weapon enhanced. This attack gets -2 speed.
There we go.
And +2 damage.
There we go. Is not very good.
Man, this is great.
Do we even have a Mr. Brave? Is he like a plus ultra or something? Is he a quirk pack?
He is a promo card.
Okay. We haven't seen him, right?
I believe we have.
Thank God they gated this stun 1 to Mr. Brave.
Okay, you're right. We have not seen it somehow. That's interesting.
No.
This
is an F.
Yes.
I'm never playing this. You can't even. This card literally never stuns 1 in draft unless you're like. So in some draft formats, you can choose any character depending on how the store runs it. That's not legal for how they've set it up. Up until recently, you could play any character that the store provided, and in that situation, you would be able to play Mr. Brave. And who knows? Maybe Mr. Brave cares about bad attacks, and if he does. Maybe this card goes up in value, but under normal circumstances, in any sort of competitive draft, this card is an F. Moving on.
If Mr. Brave says if your speed is 0, then we'll talk. If he doesn't,
yeah, exactly.
Insatiable. I'm sorry, I just read that one. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah. Insatiable Appetite is a 4 difficulty, 2 mid block, 3 high for 4. Tabe Enhance. Add 1 rival momentum to their card pool. Let's go. Card pool stuffing. I thought there wasn't any, but here we are. Enhance. This attack gets +2 speed and +1 damage for each card that has left your rival's card pool. Oh my god. +2 speed and +1 damage for each card?
Mm.
At common? Dude, this is common card pool stuffing.
Mm.
This card is...
And your Tabe eats those.
They have to have momentum. That is the downside.
Okay.
They have to have momentum for it to work. But you're denying the momentum, stuffing their card pool, making this attack bonkers. You want some number of these for sure.
Remove 1 card from your rival's card pool. Your attack is +2 damage. Your rival's check to block its -1 and draw 1 card. Jesus. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. This card's actually insane in Tabe. But it's not insane until the later. So Tabe's going to want to play into the later game. You're going to want to get like 4 of these, let them hit you a little bit, and then just like, if they're bad and they put their momentum away, like into their momentum, you're just going to like eat them up. It's going to be great.
And even if like, and that's optimal, but even if like at a suboptimal level, if you're just splashing this in something that doesn't, care about your opponent's card pool or momentum, you're still stuffing their card pool.
No, that's a Tabe enhance.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
right.
It's really bad if you're not Tabe because you're not clearing their card pool and you're not stuffing their card pool. So you literally do have to be Tabe. But in Tabe, this card's insane. This is like a build around almost A+. That's crazy at common.
Yeah,
that's wild.
But outside, this is like an F.
But you're gonna get as many of these as you want because nobody else wants them. Literally, nobody wants this card except for Tabe.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna be able to get these.
This spans the entire spectrum.
Yeah.
A+ to F.
Yeah. All right.
Lockdown, knockdown. See, why can't we have titles like that? That's what I'm talking about. Lock. No. Lockdown, knockdown. 4 diff, 2 low block mod, 3 high for 4. I'm gonna say that all night long. Kick slam, stun 1, enhance, commit 1 foundation. This attack gets +1 damage and +1 to its stun rating. Turning one of your blank foundations or your worst foundation into a card that says commit stun 1.
I don't know if I really am doing that very often, but on your kill turns it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a 3 high. You're not hitting this very often. Like,
I don't know how often I'm actually committing for that. I don't think this card is great. But it's okay. It's like C-.
I think as I'm trying to set up an attack that I actually want to hit, I'm trying to stun 2.
Yeah.
Just so, my later attack can actually do something.
Yeah.
But it would be better if it was 4 speed because now they're going to have to commit something for the attack. You block this on a +2, that's a 5. They check a 5, that's nothing.
Yeah.
Like all you did was stun 2 and nothing else happened.
And you committed for it. So I don't really like that, but it's okay. You'll probably play like 1 or 2 of these in your lockdown decks, or even it doesn't even have to be in lockdown, just like anyone that wants a little bit of stun.
Yeah.
It's okay.
As great as the name is an A+, the card is a D-.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Moving on.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I like this name as much. Locked Up? Is that okay?
I'm so dead. Yeah, it's cool.
Okay, Jasco, you get a pass.
Locking people up. That's why it's cool.
Yeah, you get a pass, Jasco. You knocked it out with the last one, so you get a pass. Locked Up is a 5 difficulty, 2 high block, 4 mid for 4. Now this one I do like. Stun 1, lock stun 1, and then enhance. If this attack deals damage, freeze 1 foundation committed by this attack's stun ability, and enhance, discard 1 momentum. This attack gets +1 speed for each committed rival foundation. This is how you are going to freeze more foundations as lock, which is what we wanted in the last video, because now you're drawing 3 on their turn. Now you're Midoriya.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty
Sick.
strong. Discarding, this is a great discard outlet for momentum.
Yeah.
+1 speed. This is minimum +2 speed, right? And then
Yeah, minimum.
and your lock. So like they were probably frozen. You froze 2 foundations on their last turn. So if this is turn 3, like this could get up to like 4 speed as your first attack, and then they're taking it, and then you're freezing more. And like this card is in him specifically. This is like an A minus. You want pretty much every one of these that you maybe every one of these that you see. You want like 2 or 3 of these. It doesn't do much damage.
Yeah, 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4. Maybe 2 or 3. Yeah. Three feels like the good number.
It's uncommon, so you're probably not likely to.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but then hey, probably gonna see 3. And if other people don't have rock lock, then maybe they overlook it. But yeah, that discard and get the speed. If you have any way to buff damage, this thing can be dangerous.
Yeah, it's really good at enabling his character. It doesn't really do much damage as a 5 difficulty, so it's a little meh. But
right.
But it is good for enabling him. It's going to help him do the things that he wants to do.
Yeah, and you have other ways to do damage as well.
Yeah.
So inside rock lock, freezing another foundation. I don't know, B minus.
Yeah, it's like a B minus. I like that.
Outside. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't even say C minus. So it's like, is C minus? I don't know. What do you think?
Outside? Oh, it's bad. It's bad outside of him.
I'm thinking it's a D plus, but I want
It's
to
like
say
a
C
D.
minus. I don't know if it's for the culture or not.
We can. You can give it any culture grade you want. I won't object. I'm probably not playing this if I'm not lock.
Yeah. I like the fact that you can later in the game, turn 5, this thing's coming for a lot of speed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it a D plus.
If you can put damage on it, it's better. But
yes, but you have to run the commit 1 +2 damage card.
Yeah.
And hope you're not horrible.
Yeah.
Which you are, because you're running the commit +2 damage card. But, whatever.
Yeah. All right. Next page. We're almost there. We've just got like.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple more.
I didn't even realize. I thought we were done. All right. Cool. Piercing Barrage. Weapon combo 3 damage. Combo enhanced. This attack gets +3 damage. I'm sorry, I didn't read the top. 4 diff, 1 high block mod, 3 mid for 3. With little guy. Enhance this attack. If this attack deals damage, your next check to play an attack with a printed damage of 3 or less gets +2. The check gets +2. Okay. So this is only for like I forgot her name. Oh my goodness. The 3 damage.
Moonfish?
The 3 damage lady.
Oh. Well, lady, yeah, Moonfish or yeah, the snake lady. The snake lady. Oh, she's right here. Uabami. I have a deck for her literally right in front of me.
Don't know how you play this in draft.
Yeah. Well, so you have two Amajiki symbols here, and you have that throw that's 3 damage. So it does combo with that, giving it 3 damage. But then it's a 3 mid. It's pretty bad. This is not very good.
Yeah.
This is a
3 damage before it and after.
Yeah.
To get both in.
This is a D minus. It's close to an F. It might just be an F.
Yeah, it's an F for me.
Yeah, this is bad. You don't want to play this.
Yeah.
Point blank shot is a 4 difficulty 3 mid for 3. Let's see. We've got a 2 or wait, no. Sorry. Point is a 2 3 mid block, 2 high for 5, sorry. Breaker 1, powerful 2. That's nice. This is a tech card for him. That's good. While this card is in your card pool, your attacks get +1 speed and your rival attacks get -2 speed. That's really good. This is a really good block. Enhance, if this attack was played from anywhere other than your hand, it can only be blocked by cards with a printed block modifier of 3 or greater. This card's really good in Chronostasis. I don't know if it's that good outside of him. Actually, it's a pretty strong block outside of him.
Yeah, so you put your attacks with +1 speed and your rivals get -2. That's really great to block with.
Yeah.
This is really a 1 mid block modifier instead of a 3.
Yeah, it does. It does also have 2 symbols for Hojo, so he can play it from the discard pile. Larceny could technically steal it, and Tabe doesn't care because he's just hungry.
Yeah, I think breaking your opponent's string. This is one of the best defensive cards I've read so far.
It's pretty solid.
Solid B.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. It's uncommon. You probably won't see it very often, so probably got to
Right.
take it pretty high. I'd say this is an attack worth like taking early. This is like a B plus. I do kind of like it.
Exactly. Next up, we have Vital Impact, 5 diff. Okay, give me some juice. 1 high block mod, 4 low for 5, Fury Punch, Enhance, lose 2 health, gain 3 health.
Yep.
If this is your first attack this turn, it gets +2 speed. Enhance, if you have played a card from anywhere other than your hand this turn, this attack gets powerful 3.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the first attack gets +2 speed. If you played it from somewhere else, it also gets +3.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, powerful 3.
So he can do it,
Okay.
but I don't know it's like an enabler and a payoff for him at the same time, which I kind of like because it enables the health gain thing. Immediately you lose 2 health and you just gain 3 health back. So you're gonna enable your health gain, and then
you can use the bottom enhance of the character to reveal the cards off top of your deck before the character has to know if you deal damage to gain 2 health. You don't have to wait for that. You just
exactly. And then you also get to just like if because you can dig pretty deep if you've got a couple of these. If you build around it, you have to build pretty wide because it's a 5 diff if you want to chain these. But but you can go like play this, and then you've gained 5 life if you hit. So you get to look 5 deep, find another one, give it powerful 3, and it's an off zone. It's a 4 low for 5. You give it powerful 3. You're making it like a 4 low 11. Like that could be pretty strong.
Yeah.
I just like that it's an enabler and a payoff at the same time. It's gonna make it good in multiples.
Yeah. I think inside of his kit, inside that character, I think it's better than elsewhere by a lot.
It's not that bad in Nejire too. It's got life for her, so she gets to gain some life back. She really likes to do that. She's gonna play kind of grindy.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're only gaining 1, huh? Well,
yeah,
it's okay. I'd give this in him probably like a B minus. It's not that good, but but it's being carried by the fact that it's a enabler and payoff at the same time.
Yeah, it's a 6 low for 5 to start off the chain. That's like not bad. That's like a solid like C plus.
Yeah, that's
like
pretty good for a common.
With a good block mod. Yeah, heck yeah.
All right, we got Bubble Distraction. This is a 3 difficulty foundation. I think the first one we've had, and it's a 3 low block. Enhanced commit. This attack gets +X or -X damage. X equals its block modifier. We do not have Bubble Girl in draft. I believe she's a quirk pack, right?
Yes. Yes. I believe so.
So +X or -X, X equals its block modifier. Attacks generally have pretty low block modifiers.
Yeah, that's the thing that kills this card for me.
And it doesn't share Point Blank Shot had a 3, but it doesn't share any symbols. So you could like play it on someone that shares symbols with both of them, but that might be hard to do. No, there's water.
Like
you could do it on Hojo, I think. It's okay. Yeah. It's like commit for -2 damage most of the time, maybe -1. Yeah. You're almost never getting -3 or +3.
Yeah, this is like a D minus.
I would play one of them.
I don't think I would ever pick up this card because it's also a 3 diff.
Yeah, but you get one of those. If you don't want to load up on them, but you can get one and it's free because you see it. And you just play it as your first.
Well, I didn't say it's an F, but I'm definitely not gunning for one of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's worth playing the first one. Don't go for doubles on these. I would probably take it at like a D plus.
Right. If I could modify the block modifier, then we're in business. But
yeah,
I don't think that's going to be a thing.
Nope.
All right. Next up, we have the beautiful Confession.
That's very nice.
1 diff to mid block. First enhance. Once per turn during your attack, your rival discards 1 card and draws 1 card. If the discarded card was not an attack, they lose 1 health. This effect cannot reduce your rival below 1 health. Deadlock Enhance, flip, name a card. Your rival cannot block this attack with the named card. Yeah,
Ooh.
okay, whatever.
That's
I'm sorry, I got to roll my eyes at that deadlock. If you could see their entire hand, that would be different. But you saw like one card, like
yeah.
or two cards with 1 card per attack with your character.
I mean, pretty often though,
like,
they're only going to have 1 or 2 cards in their hand on defense. That'll happen some amount of time.
That's fair.
If they're in deadlock. I mean, the deadlock is just gravy. I don't even read it, honestly. It's just you want some number of deadlock effects. The effect is not as bad. The problem is they get to choose the card that they discard.
Yeah.
So
they get to sculpt a little bit. They get to they take 1 damage and
yeah, but they're probably discarding attacks for 2 reasons. 1, so they don't get burned, and then also because they're more likely to have attacks because the general play pattern is build foundations, hold attacks to block, and then if you don't get attacked, you just have attacks on your next turn. So this gets some attacks potentially out of their hand. If they only have attacks, you force them to like make their hand worse. And then if they only have foundations, you're forcing them to... It's super free. It's a 1 difficulty, 2 mid block. This is super, super free. I would play any number of these. I would literally play like 6 of these and be fine with it.
I'm so confused. Wait, where's the positive aspect of this card besides the fact that you're burning them?
You mess with their hand. They've traded a card that they kept in their hand specifically to either block or save for the next turn, and they've traded it for a random card from the top of their deck.
Okay, but thinking about that differently, you're trading the worst card in their hand for a random card from the deck.
Yeah, but they've already curated it. So if this was Magic or a card game where you didn't draw 5 every turn, that might not be as good. But in this game, you're really like sculpting a lot. You're really trying to like make sure that you have the right cards in your hand for both offense and defense. So you are getting their worst card. Yes.
Yeah.
But generally a random card off the top of their deck is probably worse for the situation than the worst card in their hand. I mean, not always, but sometimes.
Okay, here's this question. How often is their hand going to improve versus I was about to say deprove. versus get worse?
I have no idea.
I mean, I think it's worse than 50-50. I think you're actually helping your opponent. I think the 1 damage probably doesn't play very often.
If you have one of these and the game goes 5 turns, you're probably burning them for 2 or 3.
Yes.
That's a foundation that burned them for 2 or 3.
Maybe even more than that, yeah.
If you have so this does get better in multiples too, by the way. It's got to be first enhance. So you want if you get like 3 of these and you just keep doing it. Now the downside is you make them I guess they discard first. So if they're empty-handed, they just draw a card. So don't do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that, yeah.
But yeah, you can like really you can burn them out over the course of if you have multiples, you can burn them out.
Yeah, true.
Or just take the attacks out of their hands. I like this. This is like a B.
Yeah, I think it's like a D-.
It's just got good stats. It's a 1 diff. You're gonna play this.
It's a 1 diff. It's a 1 diff that loses you the game.
All right. Opinion. That's fair.
Is it my?
Yep.
No,
I think so.
I just read that one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, did I read that one? I don't even know.
I'll read it.
I'll just read it. Okay. Go ahead.
1 difficulty, energy suction. It's a 2 low. This card does not count towards progressive difficulty to play attacks. And then response card pool. After your attack deals damage, gain 1 health. I think this is a reprint. If it's not a reprint, it's a functional reprint. This card was in standard at some point.
Oh, okay.
I have played with it. I haven't played any real standard, but I played a Chaos Sealed in Kansas City, and I had this exact card with a different name.
Oh,
so it actually plays really well. I really like this card because you get to play it early, and then gain some life or whatever, and you just get to play your attacks without being hampered, and then being able to play your foundations first and then just play some attacks is really nice when it doesn't affect your progressive, because then you're not trying to play like a foundation at the end for like 5 or 6 and checking a 3.
Yeah, I like this.
This card's
I
really
like
good.
the fact that I like the fact that they got the 2 low block as well.
Yeah, this is a 1 difficulty. It's a common.
Yeah.
This is a common. I'm taking every single one of these that I see, I think, if I'm on these symbols. This is like a B+, almost an A-.
Out of all that, I mean, like, it does feel good to play 2 to begin the turn and then attack. That
1
probably feels
difficulty,
great.
too low.
Yeah,
That's
like,
nice.
That probably feels great.
That's really good.
I'm just thinking if it's a B or a B- for me, somewhere in there.
I'm B+ minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
Yeah, I'm.
Where's your maximum on this thing?
A+. No, I'm just kidding. A-. I'm waffling between the two. It's close. This card's really good. It plays really well.
Okay.
I have played with it before.
Yeah. No, like, gaining. It depends on how many times you're hitting. That's the thing. Like, if you have cards that are gonna hit,
yeah,
then this thing feels way better than otherwise. But you're still getting the foundation, so
yeah,
it's all good. Just wish I had a way to put it back in the card pool. That'd be really cool. Next up, we have food. Because everybody's got to eat. 2 diff, 3 high block mod for 5 check. We have enhanced flip. Remove 1 non-attack from your rival's card pool. Gain 2 health. Enhance if your rival has no cards in their card pool, your attack gets +1 speed.
Ooh, this is really good in Tabe.
So another kind of classmate introductions card. Getting +1 speed until your opponent says something about it. Love that.
Yeah, but even when they do, your Tabe, you just remove it and then get +2 damage, +1 speed. You want as many of these as you can in Tabe. This is a good card in him. And not really
solid outside as well. Yeah, absolutely.
His kit is really kind of parasitic. It doesn't really work well with other characters, but it does work really well with itself. So if you're specifically Tabe, this is also like a B+. You want almost any number of these, and it's going to be really, really good. This works really well in multiples too, because you can clear extra cards if you need to and still gain the speed. This is a really good card.
I think even outside is still a C-, just because given that first attack -1 speed is pretty much a stun 1.
It's okay.
And just going forward from there. And then inside, obviously, Yeah.
I'm not taking this very high if I'm not Tabe, but if I am, this is a very good card. I'm like B+.
Yeah, it'd be like if there's 4 cards left, I think this card's coming out of there. I don't think it's staying.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Heroic Assistance. This is a 2 difficulty foundation with a 2 high block. This is an ally. Response flip. After 1 or more of your foundations is committed due to a rival effect, ready 2 foundations that have not been readied this combat phase. And Deadlock Enhanced flip. Look at your rival's hand. You may change the zone of this attack. Great Deadlock. This is actually really good Deadlock. And then it's okay stun hate. And it's got an okay block. And that probably leads me to believe that it's like a C+.
Yeah.
Maybe a C. Maybe a C.
This is really good.
It's okay. It's still a 2 diff.
But the other stun hate is reusable, and this is a flip.
Yeah, but you get 2 foundations. This says, stun 1 me. I dare you.
Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah. And there's a lot of stun 1s in this set.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stun 2s. If any. Just Lock, right? Just his, so.
Well, he's a stun 1/1, which
is the same thing, yeah. In this case, it's the same.
Well, unless he has 2 heroic aspirations. I think.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
We'll go. I'm fine going with like a C.
Yeah, it's like a C.
Yeah. All right. Up next, Intense Stare. 2 diff, 2 mid block. We have a 4 check here. Form once per turn, discard 1 or more cards, commit 1 non-character card in your rival's stage with a difficulty equal to or less than the number of cards discarded.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We were looking for discard payoffs earlier.
Yes.
For that 1 attack. This is good for that. This is what I want to do. not that rejuvenating thing, where I'm making my own attack worse. This is not bad.
Oh, okay, wait, okay. I read it wrong. I thought I was committing the same
Oh,
number
this
of
is a
cards.
form. Oh, this doesn't work.
I have to commit a
Yeah.
card with a difficulty equal or less than the number of cards committed.
Yeah, which
Okay,
is
that's a
most
little
likely you're going to have a 2 diff, and then you're going to discard it, and you're going to commit a 2 diff. Which is okay. It's nice.
No, I have to discard 2 cards, right?
Discard 1. Oh, wait. Oh, commit 1.
Number of cards discarded. Yeah.
With a difficulty equal to or less than. Oh, yeah, that is how that works. Okay.
That's it's kind of hard to get those 2 diffs out of the way.
Yeah.
I
mean, okay. Well, this is not very good.
Yeah.
Discard 1 to stun 1. That's okay on a kill turn, but it's a 4 diff, and it's a mid block, and it's a 2 diff.
Well,
so
you do
4
choose.
check, I mean.
So it's a little bit better than stun 1, but still.
Yeah. It's a form, so you do get to do it before they get a chance to react to anything.
Right.
I still don't like it. This is a D plus.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a D.
100%.
You're really not doing that very often.
The 4 check makes me want to put it down even farther.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, because you're gonna check a 4 sometimes and be sad because why did you put this card in your deck?
Yes. Why did they print this card? Actually, anyway, let me not go there.
I mean, it's probably better in like constructed where you know.
Oh yeah.
So,
when there's some gameplay mechanic there. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I'm a D.
Yeah.
All right.
I forget who read that.
That was you.
Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah.
All right, Larceny. We got a 1 difficulty, 2 low block, enhance. If this attack was played from anywhere other than your hand, it gets +1 or -1 damage. This is great.
This is cute. This is very cute. I like it.
This works with Hojo. I mean, so offensively, this is only working once per turn most of the time. I don't think there's any characters that can do this more than once in this format. There's like Mr. Compress. This is great in Mr. Compress. So if you have access to him, do that.
I think who's the guy who can do it twice?
Confessor.
Yes,
he can do it twice. So this is twice as good in him as it is in everyone else.
Right.
And then defensively, you're also not really getting this bonus more than once. So
yeah.
But it's a 1 diff and it's a 2 low, and I think that brings it up to like a B-.
Yeah, I was gonna say C+. It's
good stats. It's okay ability.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to be able to make sure things land more than pump the damage on things, but pump the damage is still important.
I would play this. I would play this even if I couldn't activate it offensively, because your opponents are going to activate it for you on their turn, and you're going to get -1 damage randomly.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah, even if you don't have one of those characters, you can still grab this card.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's okay. It'll get some amount of value.
Yeah. Look at this. 2 diff, 2 high block mod, 5 check, enhance, commit, reveal 1 foundation in your hand. This attack gets +X speed. X equals the printed difficulty of the revealed card. +X speed. Okay. You just have to. Oh, okay. Printed difficulty of the revealed. Okay.
This is commit for like.
Oh, a foundation.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is commit for like 2 speed.
Yeah. That just took a hard left.
Yeah.
For me,
It's okay.
I love getting +2 speed. That's cool.
This is like a D+. These are the cards that you're gonna last pick and you're gonna put in your deck because you just need foundations. And it technically does something, and it technically blocks.
This is one of those cards that you're gonna overcommit on because you think you need to, because you want to justify the fact that you drafted it. And
almost
then,
never use it.
Yeah, and then you're gonna like just you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah,
because you don't have enough foundations. Be wary of this card.
Yeah, almost never use it. Definitely never use it on your opponent's turn because it will give it speed.
Yeah,
because it says this attack, not your attack. So, careful when you're committing it is all I'm gonna say.
Absolute.
No time to waste.
None.
Yeah, this is a 4 difficulty. I hate it. 1 mid. Form commit 1 rival foundation or asset. Enhance destroy. This attack gets -3 speed, playable while committed. I hate 4 difficulty foundations. I think they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
They're foundations
Mm-hmm.
that you can't play on turn one unless, like, I mean, if you're going second, maybe like board this in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
How
uh,
good is the first no time to waste you draw versus the second?
they're both bad. So
Okay, dang. All right, never mind. I said draw, I meant draft, but still, same
yeah,
thing.
no, you don't want any because you're
Um,
gonna draw it and you're gonna be like, wow, I wish this was anything else in my opening hand because I can't play it.
I mean, yeah, in the opening hand, that's gonna happen. What, like 15%? Somewhere around 15% of the time.
Yeah, but I'd rather have
Um,
like an action or a foundation, or sorry, an action or just another attack. You know, if I like the reason I put foundations in my deck is to be playable on turn one, the most important turn of the game. If you have a foundation that you can't play on turn one, that's like half of the value of a foundation gone. That's why we rate zeros so highly. That's why we rate one diffs like more highly, and that's why we rate twos and threes lower.
mm,
The turn one is the most
yeah,
important turn of the game.
I guess it's also hard just to build it at any time because then after you've attacked, this is still like the same difficulty as another attack. And
Yeah.
if I had another attack, I would be playing another attack. I'm
Yeah.
not playing that because
Um,
those effects are pretty juicy.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie to you.
In the last set we had Into the Fray at 4 difficulty, and I watched someone in a not very competitive sealed event or draft event or whatever play it, check a 3, and pass their first turn, and they were laughing, and that's fine. He knew what he was getting into. He was being greedy. That's fine, but that's just gonna happen. You can't play it on turn 1. So
Yeah, that card should only be played in Recovery Girl or something.
yeah, honestly, straight F. I don't like it.
I'm gonna go D plus because I do think those effects are hot.
They are maybe a sideboard. I would give this a sideboard D.
Yeah,
That's not very good.
true. Next up, we have Resigned. Enhanced. If cigar's in your card pool, you can remove it. This attack gets +3 or -2 damage. 10 response after you block with this card. Discard all other cards played as blocks from your card pool and draw 1 card. Wow.
Discard all other cards. Wow,
That's really
pretty
cool.
good.
Because you can play it if your character is 10 you can play it from your discard, block with it from there, and respond, clearing your progressive, draw on another block. You can have no cards in your hand, block the thing, and have a block afterwards. That's wild.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know why you're blocking 4 attacks in draft, but if you need to, this is going to let you. Your opponent's really throwing some heat, but you're taking it.
They got those cards with the little plus.
Bare minimum, this is 10 response when you block draw card, like ignoring the card pool clearing, which I don't think will happen all that often. It's just draw a card and then you can give the next attack -2 damage and clear your card pool. So this is an insanely good block that is playable on turn 1 as a foundation. That's how I see it. I'm almost never playing this otherwise.
Well, is it playable turn 1 as a foundation?
Yes, because you just play it and it commits to cast your other cards.
Yes, it is a face down foundation as soon as you play.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
Exactly. So that's fine. That can flip. You can flip it for costs to other things. That's fine.
If you have something like that.
That's what I want out of my cards. Like, I want to be able to play them on turn 1. I can do that with this, and then in the late game, this is an amazing block. This is an insane block. So if you're 10 this is like, it's common. Oh my god, you're gonna take every one of these that you see.
Yeah.
This is pretty good in 10 This is like a reason to do him. Actually, that's kind of nice though, because his action is so hotly contested that he needs something. So this might make him a little bit better. I would give this a 10 like build around B plus.
It's going A-. Yeah.
It's pretty good. Yeah. Everyone else, it's still okay because you can remove it for -2 damage. So it's still okay. So it's like a C.
Yeah, you can still keep your progressive low.
It's like a C otherwise. But in 10 is going to be good. 10 guy.
If you go for that +3 damage, you're nuts.
Yeah.
Sloshed. Let's get it. So we have the 2 difficulty unique. Enhance, commit. Your next check this turn gets +X. X equals your rival's momentum. I forgot it also has too low block modifier.
Mm-hmm.
This whole thing is throwing me. Also, we have response. Once per turn, after your rival makes a recheck, that check gets -1.
Yeah.
So both of those going off of the character's effects to make them recheck whenever you want.
Yep.
I think that's once per turn on the character's face.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Giving it a -1. And then when you make them recheck, that card goes to their momentum. So making this just kind of fueling this momentum for your own checks. I mean, obviously inside of Dodoro, Sakaki.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
It's really strong. Outside of him,
it's still
you
strong.
don't need this card.
They're still gonna get momentum, and this is still gonna commit for like +2 or 3.
Yeah, late game, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it's a too low. I'd play this. I would play this. I would draft this if I wasn't him. What is it, Sakaki? If I wasn't Sakaki, I would draft this at like C+, B- level. And then if I was him, I would draft the first one at like immediately at like an A. And then the second one loses a lot of value because it's unique. But you do still want it because you are gonna you want to be able to see it as often as possible. So the first one in Sakaki is like an A. The second one's like a B+, A-.
So I'm thinking I don't need to see it that often because I need my opponent to have 3 momentum for that enhance to be worth it for me.
Yeah, but you're gonna give him that momentum when you're Sakaki.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you're Sakaki,
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you need at least 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Otherwise, if you're just playing it, it's still decent because you're still gonna like get hit with some number of attacks and get some momentum, and then be able to really hit him with a crackback.
More than one. Yeah.
Can you imagine putting this in Rappa and just like taking a bunch of attacks, and then you're like, haha, my next attack gets +2 difficulty, and then you're like, haha, it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You commit this, give it +3, and then you destroy it for +2. It's like +5.
That would be really cool.
Throw an attack real late. Yeah,
that interaction is going to be really cool to see. Absolutely.
I think this card's still good in other characters. You don't get the response, but you still want one of these in pretty much any character on these symbols. It's still good.
Yeah, the enhance is where the magic is. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I would take this at like a BB+.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah.
If you're outside of Dodoro, the second one is an F.
Yeah, I mean, you still get to hold up with 2 low, so it's not that bad. But
yeah. It's not the worst card in the world. Yeah. Just you shouldn't be stacking too many of these.
Yeah. All right, we got our last card here, Supportive Friend. This is a 1 difficulty, 2 mid, enhanced flip. This attack gets +1 speed. Your next attack gets +1 damage, and then Deadlock Enhanced, destroy, draw 2 cards, playable while committed. That's the best Deadlock we've seen at common and uncommon, and this is at common. Oh man, that's really good. This is amazing Deadlock, and then flip for +1 speed. Your next attack gets +1 damage. This is actually pretty good in him because you want your attacks to get speed to poke through. Yeah. You like give your whatever Crawl Clusher attack +1 speed. And then you give your next the throw you played at the end, and you get +1 damage.
Exactly.
And then they block it, and they take half anyway, so it didn't matter. But because it rounds it up to even. But yeah, I really like this. This is great. Low cost.
They block the
block
throw with maximum hardening and take 0.
Yeah, I really like this card. I would give this in pretty much anyone. Like a B-.
Yeah, I was thinking C+. Yeah, it feels good. It doesn't feel like there's nothing that makes you go. There's no real big drawbacks about this card. I would love for my opponent to go into Deadlock and suck and craft a really good kill turn on him.
Yeah,
nice block, nice diff. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So all right, that's the whole set for commons and uncommons. We did it. That was
we did it.
That was a long one. But
worth it.
I feel like looking back, there's gonna be some fun stuff. I really like what they've done with this set. I'm really excited to build around some of these cards. There's some cool draft synergies going on here.
Absolute.
So I'm really excited to draft this set.
Yeah, I think at Gaming Giant, we're going to make one of our provisionals a draft for
Oh
season 2.
boy. If you put that on a Sunday, I am there.
It's gonna have to be on a Saturday.
Oh, big sad face. All right. Well,
One Piece is not gonna let us use any Sundays.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll definitely be doing one of our provisionals as a draft too, so
All right. I'm gonna try and make it down there, I swear.
yeah, it's gonna be a ton of fun. So thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully you learned something about draft or get the juices flowing, you know. Again, we haven't drafted this set. These are first impressions. It's just a baseline. We got the rares and ultra rares coming up after this in the next video, and that'll be it for the set reviews. So thank you as always. Make sure you check out myherometa.com. There's some great articles up there, deck lists, videos, things like that.
Yep. Coming daily.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And yeah, look out for the next set review, and yeah, get some sealed practice in before the pre-release comes out. So thanks everyone, and thanks Shock for hanging out.
Thank you. Appreciate it. This is fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't wait for the ultras.
Absolutely. All right, catch you next time.